Ahem. What in tarnation? It's another episode of Damnation on the Bad Game Hall of Fame. Hello, Charkie. Hello, Johnny.
Hey, Cass.
Hello.
We're back here again for more misadventures in alt history, software and steampunk. Sadly. Actually, I'm not too sad about this one. This one I'm excited to dive back into. Curious to see where this goes. Not to say it's been good. In fact, it's been pretty bad, this here game. We got into the history of it. You go ahead.
Someone on YouTube in our comments took umbrage at us calling this bad, but they did call this the Little Caesars of games for them. It's like, you know what? Yeah. You know what? Valid, I think.
That's a golden endorsement to me. As far as I'm concerned, that's like putting a stamp of quality on something. I don't know if it lives up to that necessarily. You know, we haven't played the multiplayer.
I like the phrase.
Maybe the multiplayer is where this game really comes alive with its Unreal Tournament roots and all that. Of course, we got into that history, the history of this game's origins as an Unreal total conversion back in our first episode with the whole history section and whatnot. So now we're in it. Now we are in the game. Healing Mind saying, well, at least it's got people thinking. It's a very generous way of putting it. I like that. I like that phrase. I like that turn of phrase for it. Well, where we last left off in the playthrough, we had started the game. I think we were riding bikes alongside the cliff sides and so on and so forth.
Sonic 2006.
And Big Boy Big pointing out that hello, not the first person to say this, but the Bad Game Hall of Fame Rogue Warrior review comes up in today's Behind the Bastards about Richard Marcinko. Yes, we have heard that. It was posted in the Discord, and I was plumb pleased to find out. Though I will say, I think they misread, I think they misinterpret our article from the snippet I heard. They come away thinking it's a 4-player co-op game. It's not. I thought I made that clear in the article that there's a point where the concept gets dropped, where the ambitious original designs get dropped in favor of a single-player design by way of Rebellion developments. But we do link to the playthrough at the top of that article, the playthrough we have on the channel, and I recommend that playthrough. That's the origin of me not knowing who made the trains run on time, a long-running joke in the Bad Game Hall of Fame pantheon.
Funny Rogue Warrior had 4-player co-op.
If
one day
only. But yes, it was interesting to hear. I know that people mention that Behind the Bastards a lot. So if you're somehow if you are here at the Bad Game Hall of Fame from Beyond the Bastards, watching the second episode of our Damnation playthrough, hello. Glad that worked out. Glad it worked out in the long run for us there. And, you know, I also don't remember where we are in the playthrough besides the fact we were riding bikes. I'll be honest with you.
I think you got on like a trolley thing, and we're going to the next area.
All right, very good. Well, and that's where we'll pick up in just a minute. And if I said it once, I'll say it again. Johnny, get closer to your mic.
Sure.
And in the meantime,
as we like to say here at Bad Game Hall of Fame, Johnny, get closer to your mic.
And as I like to say here on the Bad Game Hall of Fame, Charkie Stream Snack.
All right, tonight's stream snack is Pagoda pork egg rolls. I don't think I'll have any allergy problems with this, but just in case, I did take something earlier. I actually don't know what I took. It's a prescription bottle. It says allergy relief on it.
Fentanyl.
It has, no. Loratadine, I think, maybe. I don't know. But just in case, that should help. Although my allergist says those are akin to water pills, so maybe not. Anyway, I should be fine. Tonight's drink is Update Berry. No specific berry flavor, just berry.
It's updated,
updated. Yeah.
The broad definition. All right, so let's open that up.
Finally, day one patches come to drinks.
Oddly having a hard time opening this, but I got it. All right, I'll give this a taste while I get my thoughts together. Cass, what do you have?
Oh, I'm bringing out the old Red Bull iced vanilla berry. I think this might be my new energy drink addiction. I need a break from the Monster Energies, from the Voodoo Grape, from the Ultraviolet at all. And this has been filling a hole.
This tastes, oddly enough, this kind of tastes like grape, but not like a Concord grape. I've said in the past numerous times that I hate Concord grape flavor, which is that general like purple fake grape taste
Love
that you get in most grape sodas. I can't stand it. It tastes like medicine to me. This, there's maybe some blueberry. In fact, there's definitely some blueberry. But the flavor kind of comes together to almost taste like a white grape, kind of. Maybe that's just me, but the blueberry is like kind of more low in the mix here, and I don't know. I would love to have more drinks that are just like not Concord grape flavor, because grapes taste great. I love grapes.
That's my thing. I don't care for fruits. I don't care to eat fruits. I don't care to eat grapes or oranges or any of that stuff. But put it in fake ass form, make a synthetic version of it, and put it in a drink, and I'm like sold.
Unfortunately, I'm getting to the point where I can't eat fruits anymore for medical reasons. So I'm gonna have to go with the fake stuff, and I don't like my fake stuff. It tastes like the real stuff. Johnny, what sort of stuff did you bring?
Yes, I have a salted caramel iced coffee latte. Not very salty, honestly, but my main snack is a Snickers wafer rolls. These are really good. If I didn't have self-control, I would just have the box, which would be very bad for me. I'd eat all of them, but I just have the single packet. But yeah, a wafer with, peanut. It's a peanut butter chocolate situation, literally. So Cliff is probably very happy with me.
Those wafer rolls, I think you've explained it before, but are they like stuffed down the middle, or are they like, is it like a hole all the way through?
Yeah, these are stuffed, these ones.
Okay.
But
So
I have
use it like
Oreo
as a straw.
ones. If it's a hot enough drink, you can.
Yeah, I guess
Which, if you've never tried that, you do it with like a Kit Kat or any similar stick-based chocolate biscuit covered bar.
Do it with the biscotti if you prepare it with a power drill first.
Yeah. I'm here for like a wafer straw, similar, but with the like Snickers bar filling, basically.
It's
very good.
I have to clap back. Edward21 said, Cass, how old are you? Which is very funny. This is very funny. I like vegetables. I just don't like fruits. I can eat vegetables all goddamn day. It's just fruit texturally. I just fucking hate. I mean, it's not like it makes me like gag. I'm not like, like baby mouth. I don't think. I'm pretty adventurous as far as eating, but something about fruits. I don't care for like the way they juice in your mouth. I'd rather just drink the juice. Also, I'm 30-something years old, so that's as close as you'll get. That's as much as you'll know.
I am also 30-something years old, but older than Cass by some margin. Anyway, that sounds like what you're describing. Sounds like Caroline. That's kind of the thing I think of. Which are, I guess they're like wafer rolls, stuffed with things.
Yeah, I have to look them up.
Pirouline, and that is the END of Charkie Stream Snack.
Very GOOD. Well, with that squared away, there's little else left for us to do except cut away to that main stage, pop up in front of it, and prepare to play ourselves some Damnation. And I'll just get this underway. Yeah, like I said, looking forward to playing this one again after the first episode. It compelled me. It hooked me.
It was a rooting good time for sure. Oh.
I figured we'd switch it up a little bit. I'd switch to the 4x3 the way it was meant to be seen.
Yes.
I did ask that first episode if it was 4x3, and I guess it is.
It is now. Let's see. Let's tempt fate here and see if it works as intended. Let's see if it comes through.
Without jokes, tell us if the sound is coming through, chat, once it starts.
A nation will rise against itself. There will be famine, disease.
I will say for me it is when I played the stream back.
winds of hell, we shall rise up against the tools of our enemies.
Before we're saying it's low, I'll do this. Is it blown out now?
Yeah, it does start a little quiet.
Because we gotta hear, there's some musical cues in this. Namely that. Oh, fuck yeah. Where's this song in the fucking finished version of this game, in the retail version?
It's not just the train going chugga chugga.
I think it got licensed for the WWE Raw theme at some point, so they couldn't use it anymore.
This needs lyrics is what this needs.
Yeah.
Being the theme song to this game. If they had gone the extra mile, this would have won the Make Something Unreal contest. If only their fucking main theme had lyrics to it. So yeah, in case folk haven't figured it out, this is the 2004 Unreal Tournament 2004 version of Damnation that the folk behind the retail version, the Blue Omega folk, cooked up roughly 5 years prior.
Yeah, about 5.
That's the wallpaper shot right there. Just get a 124 or a 1024 by 768 pixel screenshot there, and you've got a wallpaper for weeks. I think this is the guy who goes on to become the ninja in the retail version.
That's the vibe I was
Yeah,
getting.
I could see that. I saw a comment, Jojo was saying classic steampunk music. Here's the thing though, what is steampunk music? Like, I'm trying to imagine it in my head and I can't think of anything.
It's like cabaret. Or dark cabaret.
So check this out. New game. You can select a character of these 4 here. Can I get a bio if I click through on them?
Let me show you how this thing.
Oh,
Hey, it's
yeah,
Yakikin.
I'm head.
Like from the video game.
You gotta be Yakikin me.
I'm assuming this is gonna be Rourke.
Today is a good day to kill.
Find his kidnapped woman. Yeah, so I think these are the characters. This might be the, yep, Zagato.
Yep. Zagato, yep.
Most experienced of the team, they
Yep.
say here. So they did change his character up, but
Yeah,
ultimately...
proud centralist.
Stands in my way. Lives.
Oh, who's this?
No idea. They have yet to... Their character is locked, by the way. Couldn't even play them if we wanted to. I think we'd have to finish the what exists of this game.
Let me show you how this thing works.
I'm gonna play a little
Yeah,
bit
so
of
I'm
Yakikin.
headful.
Let me show you
Yeah.
how this.
And
I
we're not
was
gonna
about
play
to-
through this whole thing. We're just gonna play a little bit of this.
Mhm.
Yeah, I was waiting to get done with the characters, but Jadario beat me to it. Yeah, Steam Powered Giraffe, John, if you want to hear steampunk music.
Yeah. I did see I'm headful mention Electro Swin, which, yeah, now I think about it, that is typically a bit of what I hear.
That's
A little bit.
in my head. No.
Ravensworth Federal Penitentiary is in the midst of a riot. The PIMS toxin, a drug developed for military use, has been intentionally added to the prison water system. PIMS toxin was created to give military men more courage under battle conditions and to stave off desertion. The toxin is only safe in very small doses, taken for a short period of time. The prisoners and guards have been unknowingly ingesting the toxin for some time, and the prison is out of control. As they slowly lose hold of their senses, the guards and prisoners become murderous lunatics. Your team leader is Dr. Charles Babbage, the only man that can stop the war which rages outside of the prison. Dr. Babbage has been unjustly convicted of treason and is held somewhere within the prison. You must rescue him in order to continue to fight against the powers that are tearing the country apart. W.D. Prescott and the Prescott Steam Industries Corporation.
The
Okay.
historical Charles Babbage.
Okay, yeah, I'll have to look up Steam Powered Giraffe. I wonder if there's anything like Orchestra Obsolete.
Are there anything like the Swiss cheese incident or whatever the name of that shitty ass band is?
Oh, okay. For
String
some
cheese
reason, my
incident.
first thought that
yeah, that's what I meant
that
to
was
say.
just a real situation that happened. You were referencing. No,
So,
that's a
hey.
band name. Okay.
Third person. Ay.
Yeah.
Third person.
So hey, look at this. Whoa!
First person. Third person. First person. Third person. You're meant to do all the platforming and jumping and so forth in third person. Like, let's take this for example. This is a place where you're meant to jump, and then the scripting takes over, except if you're in first person. In which case,
Aye.
I can't cut away. I can't move the camera. This is the shot. The designers,
That's a-
the developers.
Real inopportune tattoo to have like right there.
Yeah.
So here's an interesting thing. It does track your progress through the level and lets you respawn in place. You see that meter up in the
Stop
top
doing that.
center? I was moving my mouse to try and point to it. It's so hard because there's no mouse cursor on screen, so it doesn't make any sense. But if you look all the way up there, that little like circle that has like the notches in it, we have like 4 lives basically, 4 lives to live, and we gotta live them well.
Wow, she's beautiful.
Great.
That's good timing on that. Yeah, her design definitely got, and I don't mean this in a mean way, but this is a very, like, stripper, sexy Halloween costume.
She's
take
even
on a-
more naked in the retail version.
I swear she has full pants on at least.
You would
We'll
be
see.
wrong. And she has under boob and side boob in the final version. So this lady has always been
Fair enough,
objectified by these developers and designers and so forth.
Maybe I'm just, you know, like, so progressive that when I see
You just
women,
don't notice
I always
these things,
imagine
yeah.
them. Yeah, I imagine them fully clothed because I don't see them that way.
Or maybe you just don't remember last week.
Yeah, maybe.
Which,
Oh,
fair,
no,
I
could
don't
say.
either.
No. Whew. Okay, so here's a problem with this. I'm not walking towards this. I'm walking in the proximity of it. There's like a sphere around it that locks you into that animation.
Yeah.
This
Yeah,
game
no.
has a lot of contextual actions in it. In fact, that's kind of the entirety of the trick. Like, that's the only trick it has to play is contextual actions, like climbing stuff and whatnot. But it's so particular that it can be frustrating sometimes when you, for example, get stuck
Yeah.
on geometry that you can't predict
No.
coming up.
Yeah, I totally get that. It reminds the old Johnny Baggett special reminds me of Silent Hill Downpour, which has that same issue. Just like you can walk somewhere and you'll randomly hit an invisible zone that makes you climb a ladder you didn't want to climb.
What'd you eat?
Roasted pork.
Trade you barbecued chicken.
It all tastes like chicken.
You mean chicken shit. I'm always impressed with how many different ways they can make the food around here taste like shit.
So why trade then?
What's got you so riled?
I don't know. I've been out here for 2 years.
You know, this voice acting isn't much worse than the retail version, than the final version of the game.
Yeah.
It's basically the same parody of voice acting.
Yeah, right. Nice
Which
view.
is funny because at least one of the actors is like still working in the industry. Most of them aren't, but at least one.
Do you think when people infiltrate like an enemy camp to like just indiscriminately, you know, kill everyone, that they will in real life just stop and be like, wait, I want to hear how this conversation plays out.
Yeah, you know, you might get
Okay.
intel that way. You might get valuable intel peeping in on the enemy.
It's a very nerdy comparison. I watched some PvP Minecraft videos, and that is exactly what happens. Because they use like proximity voice chat stuff, so they'll legit like sneak near people's bases to hear what they're saying.
This is my
So- Yeah, I want to piss in my cave. I do like the dialogue.
You know, it's of a certain vintage. That vintage being 2004, amateur
Yeah.
voice acting 2004 by a team of modders. And you know, I grew up with a lot of mods for first-person shooters. I grew up with a lot of these kind of voice clips and crappy, raspy microphones and... Oh! I held control a little
Whoa.
too long.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.
I think a classic experience of mods is to do, like play like I have really clear memories of playing Oblivion, and you know, you have your standard voice acting in there, like, you know, have you heard of the High Elves? And then a mod you installed will have someone run up to you and go like, message for you.
Yeah.
I remember there was like a swashbuckling mod, like a pirate mod for Oblivion, like an expansion where you take up with a pirate ship, and the pirate voice acting is some of the funniest shit you'll ever hear. It's just like some teenage kid being like, "Ahoy, matey! Arr, you gonna swab the poop deck, will ya?" And just like, there's such a je ne sais quoi to it that I can't help but respect it.
Of course, we kill all the cons. There's a few less things to worry about.
You scared of a little riot?
Oh, it ain't no little riot. I just came up from that world of shit in a quarry. Hey, did you hear something?
I told you, our crazy bastards are kicking the shit out of their crazy bastards down there.
Speaking of je ne sais quoi voice acting.
Yeah.
Nope. Nothing to say to that. Sorry. Ended the conversation. It's an interesting aspect because the final game definitely does not really do anything like that. Even when you can be a little stealthy, the enemies are, they're off on serum or whatever. They're all uncontrollable and not talking anymore.
Like most of the enemies we fought thus far have either been robots or just like brain dead semi-zombies.
Yeah.
Oh, come on. Like, I want to grab onto that. Maybe I need to grab up here. Oh, yeah, I got it. I know what they want me to do now.
If they're essentially faking it by you hitting like context sensitive zones, they're probably really strict about where you can jump onto a zip line.
That one is already
It's I'm trying to think what the best phrase for it. It's very like press conference demo design. Oh.
shithead. Now that was just
They really like the word shit, I'm noticing.
money.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-oh. I do love these auto revolvers. I do love my guns akimbo. They didn't serve me well here, but...
Dad says in 2 years I can start using the F word.
Yeah.
Oh. Let's try this, whatever this weapon is.
Arrow rifle.
Okay, I feel like it's very mean to say. In some aspects, I think this is a way better, like, visually, graphic fidelity, better looking game than the final one.
It has more of a style to it, more of a defined style and aesthetic than I think the final product
The guns
does.
are beautiful, though. Like, legit, those are amazing looking models and texture work on those.
Let's see the alt fire on this. Hell
I
yeah.
do like an alt fire.
That's the perk of working
Johnny,
on Unreal 2K4, is that every weapon has to have alt fire, mandated.
Hell yeah.
Johnny, I know that you referred to Damnation in the first episode as a great-looking PS2 game, but
Yeah.
I think some of what's making this visually look better than the retail release
Whoops.
is the retail release definitely is trading in early 7th gen-isms with how it looks.
Yeah.
And I think PC gaming right before 7th gen, that is to say, Unreal Tournament 2K4, had a more appealing look, kind of in retrospect.
Yes.
Yeah, I could agree with that, for sure.
I don't think any of us are going to deny that, yeah. Okay, I already used up this totem, apparently, so that's it for that. Ravensworth Prison Quarry. So, like, we're getting, like, versions of what happens in the retail product. They were consistent in what they wanted to do. I'm trying to remember the name of the guy. The two guys from the history section. You know, I wrote that history section, a week ago, so I've forgotten every name involved with it.
I forget names, like, in conversation, so...
But there's the two guys.
Yeah, I'll find it out for
The one guy who had the vision and the one guy who had the competency, who went on to become, like, the Naughty Dog guy and whatnot.
Yes, the created, written, and executive producer is Michael Urbanski, and the lead designer, who is still working in the industry, is Jacob Minkoff.
Yes, that sounds correct to me.
Crush OK, as it said, gaming was good, and then everything changed to the 7th generation attacked. Understanding that you're making a joke, but
Yeah.
I like 7th gen. I actually like that era, and there's some aesthetic bits of it that I do like in respect to, like, not so much the gray-brown, but there were some weird little things happening then that sort of never really cropped up again. Like, specifically of Sony, Thor High Heels once called it the Sophistic Future kind of art style in general, like aesthetic that was happening with some stuff then. Honestly, if you want to talk about a bad generation, I've said it before, I think we're in the worst console generation right now.
Yes,
Yeah.
absolutely. Believe it or not, I'm sniping some people across the way from here. Just trust me that I'm a crack shot. And, you know, we're seeing the elements of parkour, platforming at all.
Yeah.
They're tooltipping us all the way through it.
How do you feel about yellow paint in 2004? Trendsetter.
Well, they didn't have a lot of yellow paint, so they had to stretch it, as you can see.
Yeah. Well, you know, it's just a mod. It was a full budget game, so that's very economical.
And it's also unfinished to a certain extent, too, you know? Like, whatever, like,
Oh, yeah,
issues this might have come from them abandoning this once they had the thought, like, we should sell this for money and not just make an Unreal 2004 mod. We should be shopping this, too.
Just in case it needs to be said, if you ever hear me make yellow paint jokes, that is more joking about the irrational anger towards them than the actual usage. Because people like to miss the yellow painted forest for the trees with that stuff. Hey, she's got some of those flips too.
Yes, some things
I'll
never
say one
change.
thing, they did make the clambering stuff a lot faster in the final game, and that's good.
But it's smooth enough here, and you know,
Oh,
I'm
sure.
playing this. I'm not hating this. I think being able to go in first person, I think the controls being smooth as they are in this, buttery smooth, and with their like Unreal Tournament 2004 foundation goes a long way in this.
Yeah. I could see why, considering they were releasing on console as well, why you wouldn't have kept that first-person thing. I think it was considered a bit clunky at the time. Think about this makes me think of Oddworld Stranger's Wrath, funny enough, because that game is a third-person, first-person hybrid, kind of like this mod in a lot of ways.
It was also Western themed.
Yeah, but I think people might not have liked that as much when it originally came out because of the swap between the two modes.
Now, you want to see something interesting that we haven't seen in the retail game yet.
Oh yeah, we don't have the full power set yet.
I'm playing as the baddie now.
Speaking
Oh
of
hell
Oddworld,
yeah!
And then
Yep.
So
Oddworld-
Ooh. So when you depossess, I couldn't tell. Does that kill them?
well, I made him die. I threw him off the ledge, so
Okay.
who's to say?
Yeah.
Carmen points out, we
I do
mind
wish we
jacked him.
saw- yeah. I don't want to see more fun, weird powers like that in video games.
Can't you follow the simple instructions? Go down the elevator and secure that area, you tool!
Let him go. Now! Drop him!
Put the sword
What the hell's
down.
the matter with it?
Yeah, that robot. Yeah, your mother. I'll show him.
God bless this mess. You know, I can see why this got close to winning. How this came in second place in the Make Something Unreal contest. I mean that as a positive. I mean that this is really impressive for what it is, for the folk who were working on it, for how small the team was, for how inexperienced as the bulk of them were. I can also see why Red Orchestra went on to win, because that is just, you know, obviously goes on to become a retail product in its own right and become a pretty fucking good one. Like, yeah, this is impressive. Red Orchestra in its original capacity as an Unreal Tournament 2004 mod was also very impressive. Maybe just a little more impressive than this. But, you know,
I'm kinda
ultimately both
surprised
very
there's some-
transformative works.
Yeah. I'm kind of surprised that I'm seeing some of the same animations, though. More than I was expecting.
Like, I brought up
Which I guess
Michael
makes
Urbanski
sense,
earlier
yeah.
because he had a vision. He had a clear vision for whatever it's worth. And, you know, when he becomes a producer on the final product, you know, how much influence did he really have over it? Was he just a money guy? And I'm beginning to get the feeling that he actually had a lot of sway, that he actually, like, was very insistent about what this thing should look like and feel like and play like, what set pieces he really wanted to see realized in a final version of this. And, you know, credit to his team, they seem just as committed to seeing it through and retaining, like, the little bits and flourishes, little animation pieces that clearly are consistent from one to another.
Oh, the cinematic cuts for the jumps every time.
I don't love the fixed cameras in this because of the third-person perspective. They just don't work. So you'll get, like, locked in or, like, walk the wrong way into a door or into a room.
Yeah, yeah. I would understand it if it was just used in specific platforming segments to make sure you could see where you need to jump.
God damn it.
I like how when you die in this game, you get, like, express delivered to hell.
Yeah.
Yeah, what they're doing is they need to send you out of bounds so they can do the respawn system. And so as a result, every time you're dying, you just immediately clip through the geometry.
Should incorporate that into the lore.
You just give it back to him. Even if that crazy as shit house rat's more like it. You gotta get out of here before he gets
Yo, someone close to me, my weakness.
Okay, well, this does line up with the history section. They did mention they had trouble getting the AI good in this mod.
Okay, no,
he turned on
here,
you.
I guess.
Yeah.
Should have just let the monster infight. Should have let him cook. I would rather have it so that, and I don't know how difficult this would be, but, you know, like, be able to play in first person, walk up to a ladder, then have it switch to third person, so I can, like, you know, play the way I prefer to play.
Yeah.
But ultimately,
Like
that's
a
just not
Chronicles
an
of
option.
Riddick.
Basically,
Oh, yeah.
I want that gun. There's only 3 weapons in this version of the game. You got the auto revolvers, you got the arrow rifle, then whatever weapon that is. I think it's called the steam gun, and I think they're teasing it here, basically. Unless there's, like, some Easter eggy way to unlock this door to get hands on it early. I haven't figured that out. I have not played through this whole thing. And we're not going to play through this whole thing right now either. But, you know, I did want to show this off, to show the ambition, to show, like, you know, these guys cooked in a minute in time.
Get the ammo out!
I guess we're not going up there.
I do like all the kind of set PC triggers stuff they're trying to put in as well.
All the scripted events, yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
It adds texture. It adds flavor. Alright, recover our lives real quick. Game is very forgiving as well, which I appreciate, you know, between, like, the checkpointing where you can respawn anywhere in, like, the past, like, minute leading up to where you die.
Do you think, for the sake of making something for, like, a contest, the likes of a Make Something Unreal, that it would behoove someone to, like, lean in towards making it forgiving to maybe, like, so the judges would be like, I had fun and I beat it. I didn't get stuck and, like, bash my head against it.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, you'd want it to be just like, we're showing off the scripting, we're showing off our visuals, we're showing off, like, our novel hooks. You just want to, like, you want to make that as seamless as possible. You want to make that as frictionless as possible, basically. Now, I thought I would open that door and then they would go in and start killing the troops in there for me, but it appears I just pissed them off. So I guess I'm fighting the robots now. Remember, this thing took out an entire squad of Confederates.
But I mean, we've even there's a couple of, like, full retail games you could.
Ooh, ooh.
Well, definitely games you could fall out well of, but retail games you could argue are kind of designed, and I don't mean this to mean easy, but definitely to cater to the weird structure the reviewers have to deal with when reviewing games. You know, like the one playthrough is meant to feel the best. It kind of, the smoke and mirrors of how automated a lot of the game is obfuscated because the reviewer's only going to play a game once, like that kind of design. I do like it's just critically wounded.
Oh, no, I did not mean to do this. I bet there was probably, it was meant to be like, you know, they walk in when you open the door, then you can lock them in by doing that and then skip the fight, but we got unlucky with our scripting, unfortunately. Speaking of unlucky with our scripting, I was really hoping she would just grab onto the ladder there, but alas.
Yeah.
No! No,
time to close it.
I wonder how much of that is a weird engine limit that they couldn't put a like button to activate stuff like this, like the ladders. Pure speculation.
It's not a
Someone
button.
who knows.
It's purely proximity.
Yeah, that's what I mean. If there's if there was a technical reason they couldn't do it with a button press, so they had to just, oh yeah, you're in the zone, it will activate.
Entirely, possibly.
Yeah.
Unreal Tournament 2K4 have interactables.
Yes.
Okay,
it does.
so yeah.
It is such that you press a button to make a thing happen.
Yeah, there's a use button
know.
that is bound. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, don't know then.
I haven't played it since 2K4, so.
Don't shoot. You need me. You're here for Doc. Oh, I know a lot. I know about the water. I know about you. I know how the Doc is in the bottom of hell. I know you'll never get him out. Oh, not without me. Not while everyone's got fever. Don't shoot me. You ain't got to kill me. But you'll have to go all the way down, and it ain't no cakewalk. Ooh, cake. God, I love some cake. Chocolate cake. Rich.
Is this like slam poetry this guy's doing?
Big glass of milk. I love cake.
Okay. Well, that's one way to end that. That's one way to end that diatribe. Is just. I guess they can
really
spontaneously
hoping-
combust.
Oh,
I was just hoping every sentence he was going to start with "you know."
chamber pots have decided to kill us too.
They killed everybody, and this buckshot ain't good for shit.
First the con, then the guards, now piss pots. What's next?
Where the hell are the reinforcements anyway?
Here I am. Fascinating. I am fascinated by this whole thing.
Thought he was Billy Badass and all. Bye, Billy.
Well, so the whole place has gone mad. The whole place is. This is like, you know, parallel to the miners, the miner colony in the full retail game where, you know, they would just be, you know, innocent if they would just be like cogs, tools and system, if not for the toxin, if not for the serum, as they call it.
You know, this kind of reminds me of Max Payne, if only because they love their little skits.
Yes, yeah, I see exactly what you mean.
Steampunk. This is the most steampunk looking shit we've seen in this mod, and
Yeah.
also in the retail product.
He had a
Yeah, it's
Steam
mostly
cycle.
it's mostly
But yes,
in
you're right.
the weapons and the motorcycle you've driven. It's actually quite tame about the steampunk stuff.
Well, also, that one type of robot comes equipped with bowler hats. So that's
Ah,
steampunk.
yes.
Well, I could figure out how to get out of here, but I think what I'll do is just save my game for now. Because we played about 30 minutes of this mod. And that's as much as I feel the need to show off here. Prescott Steam Industries owns this gauge on the menu here, so that's good for them. And that was just a quick look at Damnation, the original UT2K4 mod, because we tried to get it up and running in the first episode and couldn't. We had audio issues with it, but now it has been seen and heard, and I'm glad to have done it. So now we'll get back into the proper game, the actual Damnation that the folk at large that filled retail shelves at a moment in time And bear with us while it launches. Okay. Folk at home should be seeing it, should be hearing it. So on and so forth. I'm just double checking because I'm paranoid now. But with any luck at all, we can continue with our solo campaign. I would be curious to play co-op in this. I certainly want to play the multiplayer. I certainly want to see what the multiplayer is about. And I think we can maybe arrange that in such a way at some point in time. Wait, hold on. They had to select the difficulty after I selected the save, right? Is that what I just did?
So. You're wondering if you can swap
a good sign.
Difficulty?
Good.
I don't think I wonder. I think you just can. I think that's just like you can change difficulty every time you launch or load a save.
Honestly?
Oh, that's
nice. Good. Yeah.
Why not just have it be an option in the menu then, what difficulty you're playing at?
Maybe it wasn't intended. Who knows? Maybe,
You know
maybe it's
what
a weird
always-
technical thing where it has to like do it on game load.
What always gets me, and I feel like this is more common in Nintendo than anything else, but like when you're starting a game for the first time and it's like setting something up, it's like, what difficulty would you like to play on? No, you can change this at any time. All right, what language would you like? Note, you'll never be able to change this. You are locking into this choice forever. I don't know why some games, and particularly Nintendo games, that once you pick a language, that's it forever. You gotta delete your entire save if you ever want to do a different language for some reason, if you're a, I don't know, bilingual household or something.
Again, it's a lot of my fault today have been on the fact that more stuff in video games is by accident or just, well, this is the engine wouldn't let us do this, so we have to do this. So I wonder if there is some sort of weird technical bin where, like, technically when you're playing on a different language, you're, like, technically running a different version of the game. And that's why. Because if people don't realize, almost everything you do in video games is like smoke and mirrors. Obviously, it's a virtual simulation, but even within that,
it's all the zeros and ones.
Watch where you're shooting.
Like most of the stuff that you think is like things smoothly working are usually, it's you don't see the strings basically.
Yes, but a lamp in a video game runs on real-world electricity.
Well, that is true. Oh, okay, I'll shut up then.
Yeah, so I think those two manning the turrets are the ladies from the cutscene.
Oh, yeah.
I wonder if they're just going to die here and now. How do I get up there?
Yeah. Oh, yes, our radio calls are back. You're not allowed in this room. It's a no-no room.
Clearly. Yeah. That's fucking annoying. And right, we can't just wall run in this.
You might be able to do it off the cliff wall, though, to get on the roof. Oh, there you go.
Oh, yeah.
There we go.
Again, it's not executed great, but the fact that you can use the traversal option sometimes to get around levels in interesting ways is a cool idea.
And I've mostly I mostly remember how to do the parkour stuff in this.
Yeah.
So that's good.
So definitely something Uncharted actually did successfully in the future.
Imagine if they weren't so much cowards at Ubisoft. They would make an Assassin's Creed game that takes place in, like, anywhere between 1950 and now. So you could do Assassin's Creed shit, but with guns.
Yeah, they
like,
should.
Better guns than, like, single-shot flintlocks or whatever.
Fuck it, do it in the 80s.
Selena! Selena! Help me! Get me loose! I can fight!
Kitten. It's about sacrifice. Yours. And mine. And I will miss you.
Selena! It's the serum talking! Get me loose!
Sorry, kitten, but Daddy has taken too much serum. See, I told you she has pants on.
This one's still alive. Green-eyed crazy, but alive.
Finish him.
It is a she.
Then kill her. Filthy cowards.
What the fuck?
Shoot me like this. I will do it myself.
No, Yakigan. She's coming with us.
After what she's done.
Tend to her. She's bleeding to death.
But
She's my daughter, for God's sake.
What a twist!
Does that count as a twist?
Okay, now that you've healed this door, help the girl.
Rourke, I got. But how did a healer turn out to be such a hard case?
You can't shut up, can you? Back in the war, while she was off defending neutral cities, her entire village was wiped out by PSI. She and Akahando were the only survivors.
You got all that?
Okay, good.
Back in the war. So what's this right now?
I think this is meant to be post-war. I think this is meant to be post-Civil War, even though it's Civil War alt history. I think now it's just a war between companies, corporations, after the fact.
No other way.
Oh, I thought that was going to be a flashback sequence. I don't think that was.
Wait. We've got to destroy the
That
mines.
wasn't.
Leave nothing.
No, I don't think it... Well,
If we
not to the village being destroyed, at
in the
least.
center of town, it is sure to blow.
no, Professor. You're not well enough yet.
I think the fastest way to accomplish this will be to somehow cap those smokestacks.
I'll do it.
So will I.
Hurry, you two. There's no time to waste waiting around. PSI troops are due here to clean up this mess they made.
Push me. I would like that. Come, Professor. To that ridge. You too, Jack.
I say that to women all the time as well.
Shut up. Adam in Archvile said, damn, I came in at a weird moment. Yeah, well,
Yep.
You're not going to find a normal moment in this game, I tell you what. I wonder what our objective is.
Thanks for that Tony Hawk fly through.
Also,
Yeah.
bear with me just a second. I just want to adjust.
If only it had
The
the
chat box.
objective sound as well. The whoop-a-doop-a-boop. Yeah, that was a lot of story there.
Yeah, that's the most
we were
story we've gotten so
told
far
in-
in this game. Yeah.
Tell, don't show. Yeah, I'm still really confused what the scene with the brother was and the two motorcycle guys. I feel like that's supposed to be showing what he's up to right now.
Yeah, that his destiny was to get captured or whatever from the previous cutscene we saw with him. Do you want me to jump off of this? Probably onto the roof.
Hope we're not too late.
You almost went for like a cannonball when you were going down like that.
I did not think you were going to make that.
Look out. Hostiles ahead. Be careful.
Well, they say
Yeah.
hostiles ahead. I say... Wait, you know what I could do? This will probably work.
Yeah. I can't imagine it would be very good for the multiplayer, but it is awesome that there doesn't seem to be like any bullet like distance limit.
I thought in the first episode we were running up against that.
I think it looked like it, but
Well, that was
That's just
bullet drop that we thought. But I
Yeah.
thought there were some shots that we weren't making just because they were actually far away enough. The bullet was like, I'm done.
well, I'll keep an eye on it.
Well, Cass, you would know because you're the one playing it.
Yeah, I think it's a
it's
thing
hard
where
to
it's
say.
sometimes yes, it's kind of hard to tell because these enemies can be very spongy and not react to shots.
I think I
Also,
gotta
like the
switch this
cursor
weapon.
doesn't, the red, you're aiming at an enemy thing is definitely limited by a certain range.
I'm trying to stack up on everything I can. I think I swapped out 2 weapons as well. So we'll try this pistol again. And is this the awful SMG from before? None of the guns in this game any good. I have yet to find a single one besides a sniper rifle, which is, even in its own ways, kind of wretched for a video game sniper rifle. But at least, it, when it hits, it kills.
Ooh, ooh.
It's like, if I can
The
reliably do that,
recoil
that's
on
good
it is
enough.
pretty rough, though.
Yeah, that's awful. that SMG or assault rifle or whatever this is meant to be, it's got a drum, so I'm thinking like it's like their version of a Tommy gun. But whatever it is, it fucking sucks. So.
Yeah, I don't know, mate. Either they thought you were going to be fighting enemies within like a couple meters, or I don't know.
Wow, this revolver, or it's not a revolver. It's like I think this pistol is meant to be like your actual SMG. So when you pull the trigger, it fires 6 shots in rapid succession.
Yeah,
is what it does.
Like a weird burst fire thing. Yeah.
A 6-shot burst. So I guess it is like, I don't know what they were going for. I don't know what it's meant to be.
You've definitely got kills with it, but it's a bit annoying because one time you got a headshot with the first shot, and then just kept shooting.
Then all the rest is just waste.
Yeah.
Yeah, incredibly impractical. Very under-designed. Like, they came up with the idea of like, what if a revolver was automatic? Wouldn't that be sick? Yeah, I just fired all 6 shots, like, rapidly. That'd be pretty cool. And then forgot the part where you also need to have a semi-automatic fire on it, where you can also just shoot 1 bullet at a time, even if it's slightly, like, under-damaging compared to, like, the standard semi-automatic. Not even semi-automatic. Semi-automatic is the wrong term to describe the revolvers. It's single-action, double-action, presumably. Though they might actually be semi-automatic in this game. I would have to get the other revolver again, because they're never engaging with the hammer. He's never, like, fanning the hammer or doing anything like that. What I'm saying is that for guys who were, like, obsessed with the Wild West and cowboy shit, these people did not seem to do very much research into how, like, old guns actually worked. That their weird compromise between the steampunk mechanics and Wild West mechanics doesn't work.
According to Wikipedia, an automatic revolver is also known as a semi-automatic revolver, which you shouldn't do that. You shouldn't name things that way, especially with a gun.
Well, there was a while where automatic just meant anything that wasn't hammer operated. That's like old parlance. They had to come up with terms like single action and double action after the fact because to retrofit the descriptions of like previous guns. And bear in mind, we were doing muskets for like 200 years, so more than that actually. Musket fire. So more recent innovations in firearms. Speaking of, I'd love some innovations in fucking level design. Can I climb this?
Yeah, you'd think, but nah. They're very strict. You can only do full flips on beams.
This has got to be it then.
Okay, I kind of see with putting a light on there, where they're trying to point you towards it.
There is some amount of signposting, or indication of where you're meant to go, but it's not strong enough. It's not good enough. They love locking you in place when you're on the elevator, because surely, if you were able to move around during this, it would just break everything.
Yep.
You'd fall through the bottom or what have you.
Oh yeah. It's a very obscure development fact, but that opening sequence in Portal 2 where Wheatley's like moving your little apartment through the facility and it's breaking everything, in like video game logic, you're not actually in that room. Because of all the physics stuff going on, it would be a nightmare. So you're just in a room, like a duplicate room, and you're just seeing it, it's just projected onto your vision. It's fascinating stuff.
You know what else is fascinating? The fact that our characters never breathe. That they're just so completely still in their idle state.
Johnny, that actually reminds me. This is a tangent at this point, but have you seen those videos that guy who's modding, like, the Grand Theft Auto trilogy? So, like, it creates portals to the other Grand Theft Auto games.
Oh, I haven't watched it, but I think the video got recommended me at some point. I have to see if it's in my watch thing or not.
Their Tale of Two Wastelanding Grand Theft Auto, so that all like the original trilogy connects.
The key to overlook.
No, not like that. It's more like there's 2 things I've seen from the channel. One is that they've made it so that you can play the other games in. If you're in San Andreas, you can play Grand Theft Auto Vice City in San Andreas. and then while you're like on a screen, right, like on a big screen TV kind of thing, and then while you're playing Vice City inside San Andreas, you can then find another screen to play Grand Theft Auto 3 and play nesting versions of Grand Theft Auto.
Oh, that is cool.
And then another thing where there's literally like Portal, like the game, just portals opened up to the other games, and you can interact with those games through it. You can shoot into that from Grove Street and kill someone in Liberty City, and then run into Liberty City, and you're in that other game now. Wild shit.
Yeah.
Wild times.
You know, it's
I'll probably
shocking
link to
the
that.
engine can do stuff like that. No, there are various projects to make a one continuous map as well. There's a couple of different versions. There's one that's just a whole, like, GTA scale US map now that exists.
I'll be right there.
I don't know what you would do with it, but it exists.
You know, I'm going to link to those in the Discord so folks want to see them later.
Discord.gg. Oh, wow. That died in my mouth. Discord.gg/BGHOF. Thank you very much.
That was our previous URL when we didn't have the Discord boost.
Am I supposed to jump onto that? I don't trust this one bit.
No.
Like, I'm so... No, that's not it. I think they really want me to grab onto that thing. I think I'm really meant to grab onto this somehow. Unless I can shoot this?
Normally, yeah, I don't think so, because they normally make them glowy if they want you to shoot environmental stuff.
Any suggestions? Any... My man?
Yeah.
Maybe there's some clues coming from the PA system.
Okay, can you wall run from this wall with the hole in it to the roof?
No, because they're not letting me.
Yeah, this one. Yeah.
Oh. Okay. Well done.
I'll be honest, I didn't think it was going to work. That was just... Hey, it's worth trying.
I think we're getting shot at, boy howdy.
You are, yeah.
I guess I'll dismount here. If it lets me.
Good enough.
I find this is the Saboteur, you could blow these up.
Selling the Saboteur, then eventually there'd be more color here.
Yes, yeah. Yeah, if you ever thought games that generation were all this, like, color tone, surprisingly, Saboteur, when you do color the world, it's very vibrant. I didn't remember how vibrant it was until I replayed it recently.
I'm just dumping this ammo because this gun is
plumb
plumb worthless.
I can't imagine they expect you to, like, feather it to deal with the recoil. Doesn't feel like that kind of game. Oh, the camera has a real time in that interior there. Oh, nice dodging.
You could see that guy activate in real time.
Yeah, Serpentine.
What made him different? He's the only red one we've seen so far. Did he have more health?
Oh, his neck.
I'll take him with us. I'll take him back to the dock to examine.
Yeah.
Well. Alright, I have to jump onto ladders. I forget. So in the Unreal Tournament 2004 mod, you can't jump onto ladders. You have to activate them from the base. In this one, you have to jump into them. You cannot activate them from the base. That's one thing they changed for the worse.
Trying to think if I've ever seen that in a game where you can only jump on ladders. Normally it bothers me when games don't let you do that. But the idea of just that's the only way? I do like this really casual jog animation he has.
I'm assuming I don't want to just jump off of this. I'm assuming that would go badly for me.
I imagine you might want to. It's probably just a bad idea. It'd be fun, but yeah. Oh, is it... Wait. Oh, dear, I think I lost where you came from.
This is where I came from.
Okay. The little booth. Can you jump on top of that?
The
Not here,
little
sorry.
Booth.
Yeah, go back. What
hold
looked
on.
like forward progress.
Did we come from the bottom here? Oh, whoa! Yes.
Yeah, I think so, yeah.
Yeah, I'm fairly certain. So we go up.
Yeah, this fin.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Again, this is not a world that anyone except these parkour heroes are meant to navigate.
Imagine, like, breaking a leg in this universe and still going to work, and, you know, you got your crutches, and you're just...
Maybe that's how they...
You're fine.
Maybe that's how they control the civilization. They just build the world in such an impractical way. It's like, well, you're not getting out of here unless you want to break your leg.
Survival of the upper body fittest.
Yeah. Unless you can climb a rope only using your arms, you're stuck with us.
Transfer ladders. Because this ladder just ends. Speaking of just, like, you know, the world design, what the fuck?
Maybe this whole world is like one of those rock climbing gyms or something like that.
A really, really elaborate escape room.
An escape room you don't want to leave.
You know, I went to an escape room like several years ago, and while I did leave through the front door, I still can't say for sure if I actually escaped or not. This could be like a very long con.
Now loading. Smooth, seamless. The way they do their mid-level transitions.
All right. Tanya Cat in chat says, God, this game feels like the 7th generation of video games distilled into one. If y'all had to say, in your opinion, what is the most 7th gen of 7th gen games?
Hostiles, I'll cover you.
Gears of War.
That was my first thought, for sure.
It is the first thought, but I do think there's probably a better example.
And I say that with all the negativity attached to it, because like, when I think of like slop, brown slop, cover shooter, generico, just like things that like, you know, ruin gaming, I think of Gears of War. Not to say that Gears of War itself is bad, but just the precedent it sets, and the fact that like everyone
I could see that.
it just ruined it. Like, you know, every game became Gears of War.
Magic Acid Chat says Arkham Asylum also feels very defining game in that genre. Yeah, I think that's a fair argument. Oh, it's a weird one. Time Shift, for some reason, comes to mind.
I was kind of thinking, if I had to think of something besides Gears of War, I was kind of thinking Quantum Theory.
Yes, part of me was thinking that, of just that, because, like, what other generation would a Japanese studio try and make their take on Gears of War?
Make sure to read some from chat, too. Chat's making some suggestions, yeah.
So, Gas Can says, Duke Nukem Forever, Call of Duty 4 from Tanya Cat, God of War from Tradarial. I would argue that's...
No, if anything,
it did have a
feel
presence, but...
Yeah, but like God of War 3 feels more of like a throwback game than it does how a lot of other games feel that time. And yeah, Gascan mentions Haze as well.
Mm-hmm. some chat here from Carmack Karn, who says the biggest thing between the mod and this final game was definitely them playing Gears in UE3.
Yeah, that might be it.
I mean, maybe they played Unreal Tournament 3.
Now, Zaro Boogs mentions Dark Void comes to mind. That is the right generation, so... Or Dark Sector. Actually, you know what? I might say Dark Sector.
I was thinking Dark Sector for a second, but I was like, I feel like that game was a little too creative at the end of the day to be like my idea of like the 7th gen game.
Do you know why I would pick that though? Is because that game is creative, but is clearly hampered by having to meet the expectations of that generation.
Sure, yeah.
Oh,
Figured it out.
Okay, Magic Mouse might have the right one. So what was the game that Insomniac were doing that started as Overstrike and then had the personality change?
Is that
Fuse?
Fuse? I was thinking like Brink. I was thinking Dirty Bomb. This thing about games that like got gutted, that had their style ripped away from them mid-development.
Yeah, no, Fuse is the most infamous of that. It might not be that bad of a game, but maybe just because of the history, that might be one we'll have to cover one day.
No, I remember liking Brink, kind of.
It was okay. It did not live up to the expectations. I wanted it to be good. That was Splash Damage, who made the excellent Wolfenstein Enemy Territory, and just never was able to rise to that height ever again, which is a shame. Brink eventually went fucking free to play, which is wild to think about.
Yeah, I remember looking at footage of Brink, and then I think there was a demo, and that didn't gel with me. Oh no, Zagato.
He just stood there and took it.
Well, he's neutral, you see.
Oh yeah.
Remember, you can revive him without running over him if you ever need to.
Well, I have to head this way anyway.
Yeah.
I know, I just wanted to mention, because it's such a weird mechanic that there's a chance it would have been completely forgotten. Yeah, I specifically remember being incredibly excited for what Overstrike was promising to be, and then seeing Fuse and playing the demo and just like, no. No, I shan't buy this one. And it's hilarious to think about, because not only just because of the name, but that game the game they were showing was proto Overwatch.
Yep, pretty much.
It was that idea as a co-op shooter.
Yeah, now I'm really paying attention to like what is the intended path up here if you're not John Parkour, Cowboy Man.
Beware the first drink. Oh, he walked right into me and he made my camera first person. Thank you. That was actually very helpful. I am like, you know, all the world building stuff I am sort of interested in, and especially like knowing that, or at least theorizing that there was that Velvet Elvis studio that was ostensibly made to develop this sort of stuff for the game, and they turned in subpar work, and then at the last second they brought in I forgot the name of the studio, but they're ones that is like still around today. Liquid Developments, yes.
Yeah.
To put all this stuff together. And this stuff is like fine. This stuff is good. I have to wonder what the original materials were looking like that were not good, that were a disappointment to the Blue Omega staff.
Yeah. I am ruminating in the back of my mind trying to figure out what the commentary they're going for with the baddies. They're definitely going for a work will set you free Finn. But part of me is kind of worried, especially with the Sheer being the Finn, that they're like merging communism and fascism together, which is strange. Almost like those ideas do not work together.
Almost like your Bioshock.
Martyrdom is your right as a new American. That's something.
Did you hear they banned martyrdom? I thought this was New America.
All right, I got it figured out.
But yeah, I don't think it's
Huh?
meant... Whoa! Hey, any parkour you can walk away from.
I'll try that again.
It's a good one. Wow,
Oh yeah,
repeatable.
that works.
Like yeah, they're
Going for
definitely
the
trying to
three-peat?
do like... Ooh.
Yep.
Hey! 3-pointer.
Hey, shit's hard. Game development's hard, okay?
Yeah. Yeah, like I guess they're more going for kind of it's industrialization and it's a corporation.
Oh fuck.
Run like into politics. It's just it feels muddy. Maybe not super fleshed out. But,
Remember in
I'll
Gollum?
hold my judgment.
Remember in our playthrough of Gollum, where there's a scene where you had to hold on to the edges of a wagon as it was driving by, but they also made the inside of the wagon also have grabbable edges.
Grippables, yes. Okay, so
Oh,
the problem I'm
yes.
running into with this is that you can see that these are not necessarily smooth, right? If I get closer,
Yeah.
you can
Yeah.
see like the number of surfaces, and it's very particular about which part of it you need to be facing to actually get like, straight across, to jump across here. But, because it is meant to be like a rounded edge, I would expect a little more leeway. I would expect the game to give me like a little bit fucking more. To give me like a bit more of a
Yeah.
shot rather than like have me like miss my jumps and my grabs. Like that,
You
I thought
yeah,
I was going
do
to
you
go
know-
left.
I know how you would solve this actually. You would make it a semicircle so that you can only move up to like the circle stops at the point where you need to jump.
Yes.
So you don't have that issue.
There are many fixes for this. There are
'Cause-
many fixes they could have gone with. They went
Yeah.
with none of them.
Because honestly, that's a design thing that most people won't even notice, that they're kind of hand-holding you that way.
Not enough.
Like, considering how much everything is very context-sensitive, magnetizing, that is the better way to do it than something more freeform.
But I think what they want to do is they want you to feel like it's more freeform than it actually is.
Yeah. Also, that guy's an animal. Didn't even use the door. Had to jump through the window instead.
Uh-oh. Reload quick. Want to try to use the explosives as much as possible. You can start shooting anytime, motherfucker. You can join the fight anytime, you neutral son of a bitch.
We're a proud nation of neutral stance. We never shoot first. Or second, or fourth for that matter.
Look at this asshole.
Oh. Okay. What happened
I
there?
gave it everything I got.
Yeah. Maybe that's why he doesn't shoot the enemies, Cass. You're asking too much of him.
It's gonna hurt me more than it hurts you.
Wait.
Oh.
Did he
Every
get
bullet I
himself up?
shoot bounces off you and sticks to me like glue. Ugh.
I think he just got himself up because his down icon just disappeared.
If
is
you
funny,
go
'cause-
far enough into the level, the game's like, well, you need them, so here they
Yeah.
go.
Maybe
If
I'm
only we
thinking
had
of
the ability
another
to pick them up
game.
from afar.
Also, you just climb through the
Yes.
poles on the side of that.
Huh? What? Oh,
I feel like he blew something up, and it just happened to affect you as well.
Do you do me a favor and look at that thing again? The hanging crate.
the hanging crate.
Yeah, back there.
Yeah, yeah.
Zoom in on that. I'm trying to see on the platform there where it's connected to. How would you get there?
I guess you would have to take the crate up.
'Cause you can't even parkour up there. Unless there's a door built into that cliff wall.
Which I doubt there will be. I somehow sincerely doubt they thought about this for more than 2 seconds. Look, I know that, we've all collectively been making fun of it, and it might be getting old to some folk, but it ain't old to me. The fact that this world makes absolutely no sense is, dumb as fuck. For a game that is attempting some measure of, alternative history. I think it is important to like actually flesh out a world if you're going to do that. If you're going to try to sell this as believable in some sort of way, you have to have a believable world.
There's some like hand waving you can do in terms of like these navigational things here, where it's like, okay, well, you need things to parkour on. You need like ladders in weird places, like sure, just for the fact to make this a game. But then you look at that thing in the distance, where it's like, well, how does that work? How's anyone supposed to work like this?
Yeah. I have to reference it because it's very relevant. Uncharted tends to do the Fin often, where Fins will damage the environment, and those will either, lead a way open or stop you from going back. Like, that's where you would tend to see, oh yeah, here's a ladder that kind of ends earlier than it should because it literally broke in the previous scene, kind of thing. And even though at a certain point that gets very obvious, it's still the better way to handle it. But that takes a lot more budget and polish.
What you do is you have it so that you grind some rails, and then after you do that, an earthquake happens and breaks the bridge so you can get up there.
Yeah.
I've lost track of where they want us to go. For a minute there, I was doing pretty good about like figuring out what they're. Oh, you know what? As soon as I said it, I might have figured it out.
Yeah.
And also to be clear, where I stand on like realistic level design, there is such a thing as going too realistic. It's or not too realistic necessarily, but thinking about places as real places first and not thinking about them in terms of game design.
Yes.
And that is how I feel about every build engine game. That is how I feel about every game between Duke Nukem 3D and Redneck Rampage and Shadow Warrior and even fucking Blood to an extent, is that those games fixate so much on making realistically livable worlds that they forgot to make fun fucking levels for any of those games. So that's where, I would rather err on the side of being too video gamey, of not making logistical sense, than that school of thought of what if we put you in a real place.
The one I think of, it's a Bad Game Hall of Fame playthrough, is it comes up especially in the latter half, but GoldenEye Rogue Agent, because they had set designer Sir Ken Adams do the level design. And granted, he's amazing at his job, which is not making video game levels. And you definitely see like like this exists here because they want you to believe this factory is real. But it just makes like repeating corridors and uniform design that's not fun gameplay. And I see Gascam mention that Bungie's only had an architect do the level design. So that's similar. I mean, sometimes it works out. GoldenEye 007 famously, maybe not famously, famous to me, but yeah, the level designer for that game was an architect, which explains a lot of the design of those levels as well.
I think ultimately I need to do this, right? Yeah. And let's do it.
Woo!
And grab onto it. Thank you. Oh, how nice.
I assume he also did he also jump off the rope there?
Yes. Cool. I'm getting the feeling that explosive barrels are not as useful as the game wants to trick me into thinking they are.
I feel like they're only useful when they put 10 of them next to each other. When it's just the one, the enemies have to be really close for those. Well, at least he knows where he's going.
Yeah, I mean, basically you're following the NPCs to try to figure out where you're meant to go. When in doubt, look to Zagato or whoever else is with you.
Yeah. Oh, I didn't realize that the radio guy is supposed to be Prescott. I think this is the first time I've heard him say his name.
Load? There we go.
As opposed to being like the local college DJ or something, or?
Yeah.
Wait.
Yeah, that's where you came from.
Yes.
No, it's not.
It's what your body wants. PSI serum.
Huh? So what they did was they swapped it out, right? Like, obviously, like, this is meant to be where we came from, but that looks completely different. The conveyor belt.
Go back.
Yeah,
the
color
decals on the buildings. The textures are completely off.
Unfortunately,
go back
Charkie,
one more time.
We cannot go back.
Oh,
look. There's just a black void.
Oh,
I
see.
They couldn't even do. Oh, rubble fell in, blocking you. No, it's just. Oh, this poor game. I just feel bad for it.
Like, it's just so, like, it's the first thing I saw when I rounded this corner. It's like, wow, that's not the area we came from. Like, these LODs are just, like, completely different from, you know. And you look up here, like, whatever. Like, this stuff in as far away as this, sure, whatever. I don't care about these buildings. If you're going to use, like, simples for these, if you're going to use, like, the simplest possible, like, low poly, like, recycle one texture across them, who cares? If this tree is floating, if it's not tethered to the ground, whatever. But this shit, like, we were just here. It's all fresh in the memory, and it was, like, 5 shades darker.
You're gonna go down one level and look out over the same place, and it's just Blighttown.
No, I want to. Nope, not there. Can you? No.
Oh, you wanted a closer look, I guess.
You're fine.
Again, yeah.
That's not how it happened. I made the jump. Let me try that again.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Oh, this is so finicky.
But you know, in actual, I was gonna say in actual games, but this is a video
in real
game.
video games.
But look, that is standard. How that sense of scale is done. That the trickery of you're looking back where you came from. They're not keeping the entire level loaded in.
No, of course.
You travel through something that obscures your vision, where they can swap out to low detail stuff. I think of Half-Life 2, for example. Most of the, quote, big buildings are actually, like, 1/3 scale buildings that are just closer, so they look like distant buildings.
Of course, but the point I'm making is that the illusion
it's an awesome
here is
effect
falling apart.
Yes. Yeah. When the effect works, you don't know it. And yeah, I think of Dark Souls. Dark Souls does that stuff tremendously.
The trick is to make an LOD that looks like the thing that you're actually at. Nice save.
Hollywood, or what does it say? Boomtown.
Boomtown.
You know what? The Boomtown stuff has been confusing me this entire game. Just because there's a casino here called Boomtown Casino, so I just think of that every single time.
Oh, I was doing the reload animation, so it refused to let me jump. Animation priority, folks. Everyone's using shotguns now, and I hate this SMG, so I'm going to give this awful shotgun a shot again.
I want to see a bit more of it. Oh, it's supposed to be one of those handle reload things. I don't know the technical name.
Handle
like
reload like pump action?
No, where it has a thing you grip near the stock that you like push forward and back, and that like pushes
the action ejects
out.
The shell. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean that's just pump action.
Yeah, you could.
But it's pump action from the handle rather than like
from the handle. Yes. Yeah. I just in my head I didn't see that as a pump motion, so I didn't think that was what it's called. But they're cool. There's a couple of Nerf guns that have those built into it. It's fun.
Yep, that's as high up as we need to go. They really love their platforming in this. I feel like by volume we've done infinitely more platforming parkouring in this game. No, let me come up with a ratio. I'm going to guess. I'm going to throw a number out there. I think this game has been 70% platforming and 30% shooting.
Yeah, I put it around that 70, 75. It didn't start off that way. I feel like the further we get in, the less shooting they really force you to do.
I wonder if you were going at this completely aware of like where to go, like if you had a complete mental map of this game, how much that ratio would be.
Oh yeah, if you yeah, pacifist run.
Well, not necessarily like that. I mean, like, if you didn't have to do any like scouting around, if you never got lost, if you knew the exact A to B path, what would that ratio be?
Yeah, I get what you mean. If you were, yeah, just mainlining it.
I think Zagato
Even
wants
then,
me to go here.
I feel like most of the time the game doesn't give you shooting.
Oh, I gotta grab one of these. Say something nice, yeah.
Say something nice.
Okay, I will say this. I got one. We complained a lot about the signposting and figuring out where to go. As the more I play this, the more I am getting on the developer's wavelength as far as how they expect you to negotiate this stuff. There's still instances where like I'm off the wavelength, where I'm not on the same page as them, and I like struggle a bit. But you know, like I'm able to more quickly figure out at this point, like the direction they intend for me to go and what they thought passed for good signposting to point me in that direction. So it could be worse. They could have done a worse job of that. There was a conscious effort made. It's just a matter of like attuning yourself to that wavelength.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of something I didn't say in the first part, because I already talked about the kind of open platforming levels. You can get around combat counters in a couple of different ways. I've already mentioned that, even when it doesn't necessarily always work. I like they gave that lady pants that Gas tried to say I didn't have. She does. See, I was paying very close attention to her pants last episode.
So Jerry, I'm just gonna call Alma from now on. I'm just gonna call you by your name if you don't mind, because I'm still unsure about how to pronounce Jodariel, Jode Ariel. So you're just Alma now, okay? Every good compliment ends with "it could be worse." Yeah. You know, folks, when you're around long enough, if we're on a first name basis with you, you're cool, okay? Just
I will probably keep saying Jodariel unless you don't want me to, because it is the name I am looking at on the screen right now.
Yeah. Shotgun time. Except they didn't give me a crosshair for that one for some reason.
I think were you reloading?
No. I wasn't trying to.
That or can the enemies like shoot you before you pull the gun out and that like stun locks you? Oh yeah, I don't know what happened there. I do want to see a bit more like how well the shotgun works at that kind of range.
Or doesn't work, as the case may very well be.
Yeah. Well, at least so far, the counters since you picked it up recently, you are one-shotting enemies at least. The only problem is you take a lot of damage every encounter.
Well, that's a bad seam. That's a bad texture seam right there. I mean, whatever. Like, when I point this stuff out, I don't actually care. Like, truth be told, do I give a shit if I can notice a texture seam in the environment? Not really. I don't actually care, but when it is that obvious...
Yeah, that's more the problem, I think, with this game, is that there are actually a lot of games that suffer the similar issues. They're a lot more glaring and commonplace in this one. Where you can see the seams, you can see the strings. If you're going to like a puppet show and you're complaining about seeing the strings, you're an idiot. That's an old Garth Marenghi thing. Love that bit.
I've known game narrative designers who use subtext, and they're all cowards.
Yeah. I love how long that still gets play.
You listen to his audiobooks, his new audiobooks? I need to listen to the new Garth Marenghi book.
I did watch some of the clips of him promoting it, where he interviewed himself on stage with a tape recording of himself. That was pretty good. It's like, yeah, no one else is up for the job of doing a good interview, so I'm just doing it myself.
On top of the world's largest bomb. Let us cap the stacks and run like hell.
Do I have to activate all of these? I'm assuming so.
It did use the plural.
All right, then I assume that when I trigger this, there's going to be some sort of escape sequence or a cutscene. It's going to be one of the two.
Your motorcycle's going to appear next to you, and you're going to have to do one of those again. Oh, different mind.
I no longer care for this plan. We are dead men. The Corsair.
I love how many explosions are not actually happening here. Just audio of explosions. Oh, there we go.
Take this abuse! Now jump!
I feel like in the console version, that cutscene would have had real bad texture popping because we got a split second of it.
Probably run at 5 frames per second. Cinematic.
Yeah, there's a reason a lot of Unreal 3 games use pre-rendered cutscenes.
Speaking of...
Hey!
Meanwhile, in Midgar...
No!
And now the audio is 10 decibels lower.
I believe I made that clear, did I not?
Yes, you did.
Then why did you allow it to slip away? Why is your little lovebird dead? And why is that pompous ass Winslow back with his vagabond gang of miscreants?
He'd be greasing my tank tracks by now if you'd allowed me to command the way I wanted.
Your failings are my fault?
You don't want to do that.
Don't forget who created that little pet of yours.
You see, lover? I brought you a present. Enter.
Of course she's evil, so she's bisexual. That's writing, you see.
Yeah.
Myself. It did not come easily.
Oh, Selena, my love, you never cease to amaze me. Return to your work and deliver me Terra Verte. Don't fail again.
I promise you, nothing short of total victory.
That ninja.
I'm a very powerful man, but there is still much to do. Show me the future, and I will make you rich beyond your dreams.
You know, that guy just kind of standing... The Confederate ninjas have been calling him just, like, standing there next to her, like, silently the whole time. Kind of reminds me of Ghost from Big Money Rustlers. The insane clown posse western.
But it still feels like pulling the strings of a puppet.
You were very brave refusing the anesthetic. The operation wouldn't have gone as well without your knowledge of tissue necrosis. Thank you.
The residual serum dulled the pain. Why suddenly the doting father?
Jack, I tried to keep you and your mother insulated from the war.
You abandoned us. And for what?
To keep you out of harm's way.
You left us, and Prescott took me in and protected me.
Jack, no amount of time or bitterness is going to change the fact that you are my daughter.
Not even Mother's death?
Jack, listen to me. Prescott killed your mother in order to punish me. I thought he had.
Such raw emotion in this scene. They're really acting the hell out of this.
Use you against me.
This tearful reunion.
Jack is recovering well.
Was that texture popping in this fucking pre-rendered cutscene? Come on.
Chance to talk, and she has some...
I know I said I don't care about texture seams and shit, but come on. It's pre-rendered, motherfucker. Do a second pass.
I understand that she is your daughter, but we must remember that she was trying to kill us all only a short time ago.
I can't argue your feelings. However, Jack has given me some information that I believe could save thousands of lives.
So you trust her, without question?
What's the information, Doc?
PSI is stationing artillery. I mean the really big stuff. 100-tonners atop Misadventures to decimate Terra Verte.
That direction in that scene was reminding me of The Dark Knight Rises. Those Bane scenes where they spin the camera around pisses me off.
Report in the sovereignty. If Prescott takes the city, then it's done. The best course of action is to take out the guns here, on Mesa Dorado. Then stop the invasion.
Is she gonna be on our side or is she not?
I just love how many major backstory plot elements are just coming up casually in conversation.
What it is that they had to stitch together an incomplete game and then fill in all the exposition in these pre-rendered cutscenes and just rearrange it so that, the story isn't told organically so much as it is, just to get the details out there as expediently as possible.
Amborgan's asking if the devs were inspired by Wild Wild West. Well, if a giant spider shows up, then we know for sure.
Also, I'm glad that I'm vindicated in them showing Tierra Verde is, like, down south, like, Mexico-ish. Because someone, I think in the last episode, sorry for calling you out like this, but someone was definitely saying that Sagado might have been Italian. I was like, why would Italy be involved with this? And I'm right.
It's something that's probably the fault of the voice actor, just doing
nondescript
accent. Yeah.
Still doesn't clear up what Terra Verte is supposed to mean with a T and not a D.
Sagado?
All things considered, perfect. You?
Nothing.
Huh?
Any sign of Jack?
No, those two lines of dialogue didn't match each other.
Sight of her while I was falling to my death.
We better get moving before they get here.
Another brilliant idea.
It's a minor thing, right? So he's clinging onto the cliff edge. He's like completely hand in arm's length.
Need to get to the top of the mess.
Your character, standing upright, lends out their hand to help him up. That's like a 2-meter arm length reach. How does that work? You'd have to crouch down to give him a hand up.
I was kind of half expecting the Mortal Kombat 4 ending to play out there. I was kind of half expecting Rourke to just be like, no, this is a brutality. This is a fatality. I would expect him to roll when you fall from like a long distance and then like land on the ground outside of like death range. I would expect them to just like,
just all to my ankles.
Okay, so maybe that's not the way to go. Maybe it's... Yep.
There was definitely an upper floor, though, so I get the reasoning.
Yeah, but we're working our way down. The cutscene camera established as much.
Yeah.
Sometimes you gotta go up to get down. Ladder. I'm assuming we're gonna ramp off of this once we have the bike. And it's gonna be super cool.
Funny they kept the cool camera cuts for the dives.
They never stood a chance. PSI respects nothing and no one. These people did nothing.
I'll take your word for it, man. Let's see about weapons. Let's see if there's anything inside these buildings. Collectibles at all. I'm going to put a ladder in here, so that's a promising sign.
Yeah.
Like, my inclination is always to explore the space. They put ladders and stuff up. And nothing. There's just nothing. There's just no, nothing special for that. Maybe I went all the way up there because they put a ladder up there. I'm going to find out. I bet you it's going to be nothing. Wait, how do I change sides again?
Oh, yeah, I would not remember. I know you can. I know there is a change sides on ladders
You have to
input.
You have to revoke your citizenship first.
Okay. Yeah, it's nothing. It's absolutely nothing. It is fuck all. Like, this would be the place to put a collectible. This would be the place to put one of
Yeah.
those 20 collectibles that are hidden in the game, but...
It is fun when the game just decides, okay, this is the ledge you're going to magnetize to and you jump here. Yes. Got a little buddy riding. Yeah, that room reminds me of when you do play like a Gears of War like game and you go through a room that has loads of chest high cover and no fight happens. It's just like, oh, I guess there was an encounter they deleted in this room.
Or consistent world building that everywhere
Yes.
just has chest high cover.
Yeah, yeah. Woo.
These sections are very slight. You know, they have been straightforward enough. I think they still, like, fail to indicate when, like, jumps are coming up sometimes, and that's part of the problem. This part has been fine, though. This section in particular. I think it was in the previous level that it was really...
Yeah,
irking me.
The camera, yeah, because the camera's not quite high enough sometimes to see jumps come in. Oh, I guess we're shooting those people. Yeah, it's inoffensive. The thing I would probably do is make the path through these areas have a bit more choice to them. So
Yeah.
Just like, oh, maybe you can jump here or you can wall ride here.
Because as it stands, this is nothing. This is barely gameplay.
Yeah.
It's just to break the pace up. It's just to make you feel like you're doing something different.
Just look cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I can appreciate just to look cool.
I would prefer more intentionality to it. I prefer more combat, even if the combat's
Oh, yeah,
not
I
good.
prefer. Yeah.
Like, have bikes riding alongside us. Have us being chased. It's something they have not done.
Yeah. Oh, I see. You're asking for Right to Hell Retribution.
Yeah, why not, right? Say what you will about Ride to Hell Retribution, but that game, you know, knows what it is. It never stops. The action is constant. Is it good action? No, but by God,
every
they tried.
time there's an NPC in a
The action
cutscene, you
is
steal a bike
non-stop.
from.
The story is full throttle. The sex scenes are clothed.
Yep. Just that one NPC you steal the bike from, and he just goes, "Hey, you stole my bike. Hey,
Speaking
that
of
guy stole my
bikes.
bike," and just says that for like
Oh,
a
thank
whole
God.
minute. Just how many variations on "he stole my bike"? Yeah, that's co-op move only. It is, again, I like to reference it, that clip of Sid Vicious shouting about Goldberg crushing his car, and he just can't act to save his life. It's very that kind of feeling. There's no way that could be a soundboard clip. There's no use for it, but it would tickle me.
Sometimes you just gotta pop yourself with the soundboard clips.
You could use it anytime someone says the number 22.
Anytime I have half the brains that you do.
Huh?
That's another infamous Sid Vicious promo line.
It just stopped me in midair.
Hey, any bike jump you can walk away from. I guess you're not allowed to walk.
I'd rather
here.
bike away from them, to be honest. I feel like I'd walk away from it. Something bad happened.
Are we upside down right now?
Yeah, I thought you...
No.
Nope. Weren't going fast enough.
Do the splits.
Carmack Khan says, I believe you can drive just straight up walls with nitro in around this area. I could see that. We definitely, in the first motorbike section, it's
definitely the intention
gravity-defying.
that you're able to do gravity-defying stuff, but...
Well, yeah, but like the speed you can do it at, and you can do it in like places that don't lead to where the path goes. Again, great checkpointing though. Say what you want. The checkpointing has rarely been a problem in this.
We're probably meant to dismount here. I had to hazard a guess.
I knew you could have just biked to the end of the game.
That's my speedrun strat.
I mean, it's the kind of game where part of me wonders if it is possible to force your bike into these areas. I could see it happening.
Winslow said the 100-tonners were the key. We must take out those guns.
But how?
Look out. Hostiles ahead. Be careful.
Okay, let's see the range on this.
Don't raise your voice.
Yeah.
Yeah, bad shotgun. Bad range on it. Let me get my good revolver back at the very least. I think this is the revolver that I'm used to. Yep. My good revolver that still takes 4 shots to kill a basic enemy. Love it.
Yeah, enemies can definitely be spongy in this. Which again, definitely a bit of a Gears of Warism. Like even the Gears of Wars I like, they definitely get too spongy at times.
You know, there's one thing that I always come back to. There's one thing that I always appreciate in shooter design. What is it? Say it with me. Low time to kill. But granted, that's, you know, a personal taste thing. It's not objectively the preferred thing, but my God, I don't know. When, like, I'm using a gun in a video game and it takes, like, 12 shots to down an enemy, I'm never going to not feel weak. I'm never going to not feel like, well, this gun fucking sucks. It doesn't matter if you're sending super powered enemies at me. It doesn't matter if they're, like, meant to be ostensibly, like, you know, like, super mutants, you know, ultra brute, thickened skin, whatever the case may be. I just want a gun to work like a fucking gun. I just want it to do massive damage rapidly.
No, I could definitely relate to it. I see Jojo brings up, I assume you must hate Borderlands and such games. At least for me, I can forgive it because Borderlands is just a action RPG abstracted to guns. Like, the guns is just the means to do RPG damage.
Yeah.
I think we did a bad thing.
As...
I think we launched... I think I may have made a mistake there.
Well, as long as no one saw you, I guess you're fine.
Send out an apology.
Oh. And, you know, because the whole thing with Borderlands is you are finding the better and better guns.
Yeah, to answer the question, I don't love Borderlands.
Yeah, well, you know, Borderlands still has a lot of other issues. I can enjoy a Borderlands, but I can also nitpick a Borderlands.
I can enjoy a Borderlands 1. That's kind of where it ends.
I like the gameplay of 2. I think there's a reason I've played so much of 2, even though there's a lot of the writing and characters I do not like in that game. I can zone it out.
Bounce off 4 fucking hard when I tried that.
I've not heard anyone say anything great about the 4th one.
The best Borderland I played was the pre-squeakquel. That's the only one that had tolerable writing in it.
That's what I've heard. I've heard that is like maybe the best one.
It was better writing than 2, I'd say.
I wonder
Not a fan of the Tiny Tina spin-offs?
Not a fan of Tiny Tina, period. So.
Not a fan of Tiny Tina, no.
Okay, here's what I'm thinking. There's got to be a way that the camera cutting to... Okay, here we go.
I should check. This is not the kind of game where you can pause and it will say what your objective is supposed to be, right?
Destroy the artillery. Yep. I figured it out. I knew that one of these I was going to have to get on top of. The reason why we could shoot the one is that they could demonstrate that you can shoot these. If I shoot this...
Get clear. It's coming down.
Now you're going to actually have to get clear, or we're just going to cutscene it? Well, you're in the clear.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Oh, game, come on. Yeah. I get why there, at least. That was probably a situation where they couldn't give you a good checkpoint, but...
So,
at least the top of this
unless
climb, they could have put it. Yeah, never mind.
Unless I misinterpreted what happened, you shot the thing, it showed the cutscene of it falling, it cut it back to you, and you are already in the air falling to your death.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because I jumped, I jumped early, I think.
Okay.
The fall damage is kind of deceptive in this game, because in some instances, you can fall really far. I think this game might do that weird rule where as long as you grab a ledge, you can survive any fall, but if you land on the ground, you're dead. I.e. the Golem rule of physics. Because I remember that game had that issue too. Holy shit, the blur.
It's brutal.
I remember Magic Meows earlier said that it looks broken. There's a chance that maybe on console it doesn't look as bad. I could see it being something weird where it's like tied to resolution.
Huh? What? Oh!
Zagato's down.
I think I put down a mine. I think I accidentally put down a mine when I was trying to bring up the spirit vision. Oh, I had to keep holding it down. Got it. There we go.
I still love it makes explosion sounds when you do that vision mode.
Would make it kind of hard to tell if you were doing vision stuff or a landmine if they both involve explosions.
Yeah, I mean, every time we do the vision thing, it does sound like the world exploding. It sounds like the Big Bang every time. So
I'm trying to... Is it supposed to be like a sonic boom sound they're trying to do?
I wonder if this gun will accomplish the same goal. If it has to be the one that's closer, if I can use this faraway gun to set off the...
Yeah. Yeah, I like what you're cooking here.
Get clear! It's coming down!
They really did not need to do the cutaway here.
Yeah, just waste precious time.
Uh-oh.
Especially when I'm snapping to goddamn everything.
That's not
cool.
Even your fault.
This we found a bad part.
Yeah, this isn't good.
A real bad part. Yeah.
Oh boy. Third time's the charm?
Maybe that whole thing could have been a cutscene, you know?
Yeah. Just clear you out the way.
Take out those guns.
Where's my good revolver? They're not going to give it to me this time?
Where's my good revolver? Oh, that was nice, though. Clean.
Well, I missed one shot, so... Can't be too proud of my work there. It's because, like, the bullet here...
What was that move? Were you punching?
Yeah, because I was forgetting to hold down right-click. So you melee by default. Huh? I thought I had 3 shots. It switched. I didn't left-click, and it still shot. Maybe because I was doing the punch animation, and it, like, held that input or something.
Ambolgan asks, is the shooting satisfying at all?
No!
Yeah, I was going to say, yeah, Cass has not been enjoying it.
It's worst in class.
Winslow said the
it's arguably maybe the weakest aspect of the game.
I would say so.
The fucking hands-on-hip thing he does sometimes. So... Oh, dear. I say something nice. It's maybe cheating a bit. Okay, well, that was cool. There you
I
go.
like the splits they do sometimes.
Yeah.
Fun ragdolls.
Oh, yeah, we had that in the first episode, too, where we're...
Oh, for folk listening at home, Discord just crashed. Updated. Hello. Check.
Hello.
Discord just reset for me.
Oh, yeah, I did hear that. I wasn't sure what happened, but...
So we have no avatars on screen. Bear with me a second, folks. Love these little technical hiccups that happen sometimes. Let me just make sure I have that down. Okay, cool. And bear with me. I wonder if I need to just hide the avatars for the rest of this. That would stink. I'm going to disconnect and reconnect. I know it's riveting when we talk about technical stuff we're doing on the air, but... Ooh. We can't hear Charkie if they're there.
I'm here.
You're coming through.
I think that was the Avatar stuff, right?
Yeah,
still
Charkie
no
is
avatar.
coming through.
Yeah, they're coming
Oh,
through.
well.
We're just not getting avatars right now, so I'm just going to hide. Oh, no, there we are. Just in the nick of time. Great.
I was going to say, we're going to have to break out paint to draw avatars real quick. Have to remember what I look like.
Edward21S says, I'm not going to know who's talking. I remember there was someone who didn't realize there were 3 commentators before we had like the avatars on screen. They somehow thought me and Charkie were the same person talking. And it was just us two, and it was just us and Johnny.
Oh. I was really hoping it was going to be they couldn't tell you and me apart. Just be really funny.
I thought you were going to go with they thought all 3 of us were just one person doing like a skit.
Yeah.
Doing incredible character work.
I think we're to say something nice, and it's not calling anyone out or anything, but it's just with this game, it's kind of run its course with it hasn't done anything super new yet to impress us, unfortunately.
Don't die, I guess.
It's left us speechless in some places, but not for good reasons. I guess you're gonna have to, intentionally go. I'm trying to think of the position of it, but right of where it's falling down. I think the problem there is you went.
But then you can fall to your death. So I'm trying to figure out a way down that doesn't kill me.
Fate will be sealed, Superman.
Winslow said the one.
I love doing this encounter.
I mean, you're getting really good at it.
The fact is that the sniper rifle is still bad. Even though it's the best weapon in the game, it's still bad by the merit of the bullets should be bigger. Like, if it's hit scan, they should have more, like, I can aim in the vicinity of something, right? Like if you shoot a 50 cal rifle, right? Even if you miss, you don't miss. But with this, if it's not a headshot, it doesn't work.
And funny enough, Gears of War actually does use quite exaggerated bullet sizes. Like, I'm noticing that that's a key difference, considering it is an Unreal 3 game.
I mean, this is actually a simulator game, so...
Yeah.
I hope you get jibbed, motherfucker, standing there.
Yeah. I mean, at least the plan of doing it on this furthest away one, that is probably the best one to do it on.
You're gonna have to just run off to the side, I guess.
Yeah. Well, let's try and slightly pre-plan it here based on the direction. So yeah, you're gonna have to go
so
right
first I'm gonna
because it
do
will
this.
turn.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah, strategy meeting.
Okay. Like, this seemed like the quickest way. It was only 2 drops I had to do, but it put us right behind the thing.
No, so you need to go, like, starboard side.
It was,
so
in theory,
go down
all the ledge
here,
grabs.
and then to the right.
Past the red barrels, yeah.
Yeah, let's try that.
But yeah, the thing I was going to say about this sequence... I know. I feel 2 ways about it, because there is a thing to be said about that games don't really let you do these kind of things anymore. It's all automated, taken away from you. But it was reminding me of when I played through Max Payne, that would sometimes do that, like a birdie building segment where the building's like blowing up around you. And it's like kind of cool that you're doing it in gameplay, but when it goes wrong, it feels terrible. It's such a balancing act. All right.
Objective complete.
Oh, convenient. So we've got another Wild Wild West comparison in chat. Again, we're waiting for the giant spider.
The giant steam-powered spider.
Yep.
I love the story that what's his name?
Kevin Smith.
Kevin Smith
Wait,
told
where'd my guy go?
about-
Oh, there he is.
There he is.
He fell off and got back on.
About working on a Superman movie for that producer, and the producer demanding there be a giant robot spider, and that movie never getting made. But he had a vision, and he found a movie eventually that would listen to him.
Pretty wild.
Again, what does this add? You know?
Yeah.
There needed to be something more to this. Even if that meant like more like ramps, more like gaps that you need to boost for. Just something,
Yeah.
anything.
Oh shit. Well, there you go. They added a half pipe. Who's that lady? Oh, I guess she's on serum. Oh, it's okay. It's not quite a half pipe. It's like a. It's a little over. It's like a fifth, eighth pipe.
It's like if a skate park had a half pipe, but then put in like some of those anti-skater things. So they put in some architecture on it for some reason.
Yeah, like you can use the half pipe, but when you go up it, you're gonna end up upside down. So, good luck.
Like these enemies just walking around, they're no threats. They're only a threat if you go out of your way to make them a threat by like slowing down, trying to run them over in the ways that I do. They needed enemies on bikes. They needed enemies in cars. They needed enemies who have the same sort of like vehicles you do, riding alongside you. That's what they desperately fucking needed here.
What are you doing?
Signaling the Corsair.
Not so fast. We have some recon to do.
Recon? Recon what?
What was that weird camera zoom in thing, by the way?
Nothing left.
Someone's sniping us.
Get to Terra Verde.
PSI is not going to strike a walled city without artillery support. Something tells me we're not done here.
I'm really hoping we just don't see it ever again.
The something that told you your woman was still in Arrow Tree? The something that got all your men killed at one...
Oh no, there we go.
Keep it up, and I will push back.
Let's get this over with.
Thank God they missed.
How should I know?
You know, one day, when this is all over, and you and I are sipping mezcal on the veranda of my father's mansion, we shall have ourselves a proper fight.
I hate mezcal. There he is.
It's really convenient in most fiction, really, that snipers are really bad at their jobs.
Yeah.
Wonderful. A deep, dark hole. Something tells me that...
Do you ever let up? You make my head hurt from all the crap coming out of your mouth.
No response to that. I don't know, man.
Fine. I mean, God, we could tell this like adults, but shit, all right. Message received. Jesus.
Can I just jump for it? Do you think I can reach that? Probably not, right?
You probably already hit a save point, so if you want to try it.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a really good point. Alley-oop.
Maybe not that far. I was expecting you to like ledge grab and fall down. Oh, it was close.
Honestly, for that first jump, the length of time it took before the death flame kicked in, I started to think like, what if you just found the sickest skip?
Yeah, the thing is, with the way the ledge grab works, part of me wonders if you did just jump the right angle, he would just ledge grab and be fine.
Is poisoned with serum. Prescott is at it again.
I really wasn't expecting so much of this storyline to be about getting people addicted to weird drugs.
Much more steampunk than drugs.
So,
look at that guy's head.
Yeah, or lack thereof.
Yeah.
So there's infighting happening between the Prescott men and not necessarily our allies and the Native Americans here, because they're all poisoned, I believe, is the gimmick here. So
yeah,
we'll swing around that way, and they'll still be shooting at us.
Yeah, I mean that's fun to see. It's always cool to see games do that. Like, this AI does not come off as human very often. Don't know what happened there. Hey.
Yeah, I don't know what happened there either.
They should have carried over from the original Unreal Tournament mod where you just fall through the floor before you respawn in.
Yeah. Would have made the game better, in quotation marks.
If only it worked like human fall flat, where you fall and then land back in the level. Like it loops. You know what? I thought you missed, but they died, so I guess
That's
you
a
didn't.
charge weapon, by the way. It has a grand total of 6 shots.
That is not a lot of shots, considering.
Hey, but you know, it's a gun we haven't used excessively. We haven't used a lot of in this playthrough so far, so...
You know, I'm still not quite used to our new time slot for streaming. Because, like, I felt my body's internal clock just now go, okay, show's over. It's like, no.
I believe this gun can pin enemies to walls. I believe that is the gimmick of this weapon.
Ooh, a painkiller.
Whenever I think of pinning people to walls, I always think of Hitman 2 Silent Assassin. You get a nail gun in that game, and you can just stick people to walls with it.
Oh.
And I remember...
There's a game I'm thinking of because there's a very specific trophy. Oh, you're fine.
You're fine.
Now I'm not.
Oh, that's going to bother me now.
What game, Johnny? I know you said you can remember it, but...
Yeah, give me some time to ruminate.
Oh my god, all the way back here? Suck me from behind. Jesus wept. What was that about the fucking checkpoints in this game?
Do you know what it is? The checkpoints are good if you die from fall damage. If you die...
Those aren't checkpoints. So what's happening is, when you die from fall damage, it's not technically checkpointing you, because you don't get the game over load from checkpoint screen.
Water is poisoned with serum.
So we're not technically dying whenever we die that way. The game isn't flagging it as a proper death. It's flagging it in some sort of particular way that allows them to, like, spawn you in place. It's not death as we know it.
I wonder... Oh, I just had a thought. I wonder what would happen if, like, you were getting shot, you know, your vision's all blurry and gray, you're on death's door, and then instead of taking some more gunshots, you just jump off a cliff for that D-res thing. I wonder if you spawn back in with, like, full health. Or if you would stay in a damaged state.
It's entirely possible. It is a question worth asking.
Yeah. It's not the game I was thinking of, but Bulletstorm is another one that has like a pin enemies to wall gun.
Oh, hey, there's a collectible. We would have missed that if I didn't die that time. See, aren't you glad that I had to replay all that all over again? Okay, so where did they bust out of? I think here. Probably that wall there. That auspicious-looking wall.
I searched. I realized what it was. Dead Space.
Oh, yeah.
I feel like that was a very prevalent thing in this generation as well, because it's like, oh, we could do like ragdoll shit like that. And Half-Life 2 would be another one. But especially that space.
Oh, great. They can break through any wall, basically. Oh! Did they not expect players to die there? Did they expect, like, oh, players figure this one out first shot, so don't worry about checkpointing it. Coming up with a closer checkpoint. It's not like we're tightly controlling the entire pace of this sequence and the scripted set pieces and whatnot.
Prescott, he's at it again.
Yeah, my default assumption would just be there was some technical thing that limited where proper checkpoints could be. With the issues this game has, I can't imagine it being, oh, we finally tuned where the checkpoints were based on playtests.
Oh, cool.
Hey! Okay, the Auto Man, hold me by the hand, make me understand, is vulnerable in the tank on his back.
I would much rather engage them at range so I can dodge these bullets, but...
Yeah.
To get behind them, I have to get up close.
Yeah, they don't feel like an enemy you'd want to get close to.
Oh, for fuck's sake. Really? Really? Fucking really? Like, you can't have these things be one-hit kills if they can bust through any wall and before you have the time to react, they're already shooting you.
Yeah.
That's not allowed.
It's a shame. It's a shame because the busting through wall is a cool idea.
Yep. What they should do is, what I would do, what a real video game would do, is that if they burst through the wall and you're close to it, it engages an animation on your part where you're in a stun state, right? And it is timed so tightly as to, like, they're like, post-breaking the wall animation, they still require time to wind up on their part, right? Before they're able to, like, actually shoot that shot at you. It needs to be, like, a fully, like, every second of it needs to be accounted for when they break through a wall.
When they break through the wall, they should stop and then profusely apologize to give you time to run away.
I mean, one change I would probably make is I would make an enemy like that not use fucking grenade launchers.
At close range. What they should have is a machine gun. They should have a machine gun at close range that you can, like, take a few shots as you're running away from.
Yeah. But, like, yeah. Hey.
Okay.
Yeah, Edward does have the suggestion of trying the high ground, but mainly there's not a lot around. The problem is they're in between you and the high ground. Hang on. Where? Oh, there we go.
Now he's vulnerable in the tank on his back. So try
you don't
above to get a good shot.
Oh, you know what? I totally missed that tooltip about the above part. That's on me. I just didn't read the whole thing. Sure.
Oh.
Hey! That's always fun.
Ooh, this move speed,
Very Halo.
Yeah, I'm sounds a bit like you're using your psychic powers.
Yeah.
So is this actually not doing damage because you're technically not hitting the back and there's no... Oh, never mind.
There we go. Yeah, the splash eventually did them in. I won't lie, I was terrified.
Yeah,
the shot was gonna get around the wall somehow. It's just randomly gonna curve out of nowhere.
I still hear another one of them. Hiding some...
Oh, there he is.
He ran away.
I think he tried to burst through a wall that was already broken.
Alright, what's my angle of approach on this guy? Because I really don't want to die. I would really prefer to live right now and not have to replay this.
Yeah.
Oh, use your psychic thing to get a better view of him.
Oh, that's wrong button again.
Oh, that could have gone real bad. But yeah, your wall hack. Oh, no, never mind. There he is.
He doesn't show up on the wall hack because he's not an organic being.
You know what?
All
I
right.
had a feeling, but it's good to confirm.
Yep, that I had the thought. I was like, if this is a proper game, they would do that, and they did.
We finally made it, friends.
Thank you for the
for
raid, Sasquatulus.
Don't mind us. We're just engaging in a little bit of alt history in 2009's Damnation. An Unreal Tournament 2004 mod turned finished product retail game question mark.
Yeah.
It's
Yep. Shipped.
pleased to give them
You
a
can't-
shout out. Let's thank you kindly.
Thank you.
Okay, well, we made some progress. I still don't think it's checkpointed us. I've not seen like the save icon pop up in the bottom right corner to indicate that we are we're out of the woods.
Yeah, no, I don't get the feeling this is a game that does checkpoints at the end of encounters. It's just where you get in the level.
Huh? Sure, whatever.
Johnny, if you could read that, please, because I'm having trouble reading tonight.
No worries. Yeah, I'll read that, yes. Squatula says, I was just playing Geppy X, the recently translated PlayStation 1 game. It does have an American robot called Wild John, so that is a great name for an American robot.
It's actually the name of the robots in this as well. They're called Wild Johns. We just took out. It's
I
parody.
really need to go see an optometrist.
The idea of the shoutouts is to, you know, let people know about other channels. I think we might need to set up the bot versions that do a better job. Because they'll give, like, actual channel info and stuff like that to let people follow. And I don't know if the Twitch version does that.
What point would the Twitch version have if not allowing for that, if not doing that?
I'll have
well,
to
more info, right, is the thing, Johnny said.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Basically, what I'm saying is that Twitch's like stock tools suck. Is what we've discovered.
Sometimes, yeah.
That you really do need plugins and such. Wait a minute. How did I come? Why am I here? What did I think I went around in a full circle by accident.
In general or in game?
It is easy to
This
get
is
like.
not my beautiful 7th gen video game.
It is easy to accidentally get like in the flow state of movement here and
Yeah.
then like overshoot where you actually need to go and what you need to do.
Oh no, I have no clue where progress is right now in this level. I assume you have to get up to get to kind of like the aqueducty. That's not how you should say that word. The aqueduct.
Aqueducty,
part.
you're the one.
Okay, you know what? I assume you have to get up to the crane, right? Yeah, like up there.
Yeah, this is where we need to get up. But
yeah, the contents is absolutely under pressure.
like I said, this game is 70% platforming, 30% fucking shooting.
And what percentage to remember the name?
100%.
Yeah.
That would be 200%.
If you want Fort Minor references, make sure you follow the Bad Game Hall of Fame.
I think I got it. I think I figured it out. Assuming I can...
Nah, you have to wall jump to reach that. Oh! Nice. It keeps you on edge because sometimes the way the magnetizing works, it doesn't look like you're gonna make the jumps. Alright.
Would you believe me if I told you they had another one of these situations where this would be impossible for anyone to navigate in real life? Didn't forget.
You know, my physical condition, I couldn't check. I'm curious how hard it is to jump from ladder to ladder like that, real life.
I mean, either way, it'd be scary as fuck. You know?
I'm sure there's a lot of videos of some people in Russia doing that, just casually.
Yep. I'm Headful saying, I'm sure this game is checkpointing right now. They don't really checkpoint for the platforming because it does that, like, warp to last place you were standing. I guess because there's no combat encounters, they don't see the need to do it.
This side? Oh, nope. So obviously I want to get there.
Yeah.
To get up.
Well, he's standing there, which makes me think that's where you...
Yeah,
Is it literally just... yeah. It didn't look that close until you were on it.
Oh, I get it.
Oh, now that would be... Forget jumping from ladder to ladder. That looks impossible.
Yeah, I did not pick up on whatever signposting they may or may not have.
Yeah. Yeah, we just put some trip mines up here. Just in case. God, all this game needs is just let you wall run up one vertical wall to grab a ledge. Why you have to wall jump to do any of that stuff is so annoying. Didn't bother me so much the first part, but now that we're, you know, like 4-ish, 5-ish hours in, it's getting to me. Oh!
Mwah.
Hey, there's our checkpoint. There's our save.
Hey!
Disgusting criminals who value gold over the lives of their countrymen. Report all terrorists.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Oh, that's cool.
I don't think I landed a single shot there. Loading.
I scared him. Loading.
That was a great load-in point.
Great time for it, yeah.
Bing. Jojo says, nah, shooting Tex. I mean, there's a reason most video games will put you into, like, dramatic slow motion for sequences like that.
Okay, next time you go down, right? If you get down there and get into a situation where your health is, like, in the gray, jump off into the abyss.
Yeah.
Because I want to see if you get your health back.
Good plan.
And yeah, those reviews, pro tip about, yeah, you can just snipe and clear all the all the combat encounters. Yep. I can't make fun of him. If I was having to shoot someone that high up, that would be how I would be.
Back over the
wreck, just like...
Jump off.
Wait, no, I can take another shot or two.
Yeah. When
Okay.
it's black and white.
No, it was... Yeah,
I know. I wanted to push my luck a little bit. It's fine. We're right here. It's okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Go down without sniping people. You'll definitely get shot up more. Didn't pull out the gun this time.
I guess you have to...
trigger.
Yeah, I assume it was a trigger.
Jump.
No. It made me do the ledge hang thing, which wasted a precious frame. And I'll make
one
sure
more
to
try,
jump.
and then we just move on.
Suddenly, when you jump off a ledge, they become crack shots, it seems.
I think you got to try to, like, jump off sooner than you think you are, because they're going to keep getting you on the way down.
I still want to give it a shot. I swear
Yeah,
there's
yeah.
it's just like fates against us. It's just bad luck we're running into.
Yeah, at least it's quick in this PC version getting back.
Just go ahead and jump off down. Alright, did that count as a... Yeah. And then you come back...
Still
you're
damaged. It's still damaged, but it is a way to prolong life, potentially.
It seemed to at least reset the enemy's, like, AI a bit. Because imagine you respawned up there and they just instantly just barraged you.
Yeah, I think I want to snipe as early as possible because this sucks.
Just clear. Yeah.
At the very least, take out these guys. in purple.
And yeah, Majmaz points out, imagine Xbox 360 era load times here would be brutal. I am curious. There was the Stephanie Sterling review that mentioned the really bad load times. I would be curious how bad they were in sequences like this.
Probably fucking abysmal.
I keep forgetting what Terra Verte is even supposed to be. I guess it's a specific resistance cell that's going to help you out.
It's a region in northern Mexico or southwestern United States in this universe.
That ought to do it.
It was actually like marked on the map in the loading thing
for
this area.
Every jump, I tense up a little bit, even knowing there's like no consequence for it, effectively. I don't know. I will say, like, you know, the dizzying heights, right, that they're going for, they do kind of work in this game to some extent. If you're someone like me who does not do well with heights, like, you know, there have been moments looking down where I'm like, oh, I feel the weight of that. I feel like the gravity pulling me down.
Yeah, as much as that earlier like transition to low models looked bad, like at times they do the sensor scale really well.
Oh.
Yes.
Saints and sinners.
Now, will you be alive after this cutscene?
That's a good fucking question.
Yeah, gonna be a boss.
There he goes.
There he goes. There he goes.
How could you see him that far away?
It's the wall, brother. Oh. I keep pressing control to try to go down.
Let's move.
But that's not what it is. It's just hold S on keyboard. That's why I keep letting go of the rope. Because I'm doing what controls feel intuitive, but are apparently not the controls you're meant to do.
Oh god, now we just straight up are in Uncharted. I'd love to know, Jacob, how you went from this to Uncharted. Did someone on Uncharted 1 play this game and actually go, you know, with the right team, yes, this guy could do wonders. Obviously, I'm glad for it. He did a good job afterwards.
Edward 21 asking what
the Uncharted clone?
That would be, you're thinking of Uncharted Trail of Imbatuda.
Unearthed. Yeah.
Then you're too late. Most are already dead. Those who survive, brain fevered. They're no longer human.
We've seen these fevered.
Neither alive nor dead. They roam the streets like wild dogs, hunting the few who remain.
Where is the prophet in such evil?
I will open the gate. You will find PSI's forces massing on the southwest face of the mesa. Head through the city to the bottom of this statue of the water god.
Oh, this flyover's not helping much.
Head gate below the city. Please do what you can to save my people and avenge my family.
That's not how I expected that door to open.
Yeah, no, neither did I.
It's the power of Steam. Like, yeah, this is an environment I think is interesting looking at this day of it. It is funny how Uncharted 2 and 3 this area is, though.
God damn it.
I hope we can make it in time.
They weren't shooting at you until you jumped onto the second chain, so that's on the game.
Just checkpoint me in front of that gate, or when that gate opens up after that cutscene, basically.
Yeah. sadly, even some of the best of games will have these checkpoint issues at times, and it's always infuriating.
No, please. Don't hurt me.
And this is unskippable because it's not like a scripted cutscene, because it's all like happening like in real time in engine.
Most are already
Yeah.
Those who survive, rain fevered. They are no longer human.
We've seen these.
I wonder if this is like a way to help with the loading.
They roam the streets
because you're forced to just wait in here.
Hunting the future.
No, that wouldn't be the case, because this cell, all this shit's already loaded.
I will open the gate. You will find PSI's forces massing on the southwest face of the mesa. Head through the city.
That I can skip.
This statue of the water goddess.
It won't save much time though, will it?
It won't save any time because we still have to wait for his dialogue to end.
Yeah.
To save my people and avenge my family.
It's the, you know, it's the risk with doing the kind of in-engine cutscene stuff. It can be really immersive. It makes repeat playthroughs kind of a nightmare sometimes. And not enough games are bold enough to just be like, yeah, you can just kill everyone in advance ahead. It'll give you that choice if you want to play that way. Oh, yep. Wow, you really killed these guys.
Killed them dead. Okay. There's another chain for us. Think it's safe to land in the water here?
The water?
Oh, I felt it on my knees watching
apparently it is.
Oh, it's Minecraft rules, as long as you land in a body of water.
God, this game's so fucking low rent. It's
but it's weird that despite all of like the steampunk stuff, this underground city, the cowboy shit, the motorcycle segments, all of this stuff, aesthetic stuff coming together, and this game still kind of feels like it doesn't have much of an identity.
Yeah, no, it's impressive. It's trying too hard to split the difference between realism and, you know, the steampunk aesthetic. It needed to be full stylized. It needed to be like full, like, you know, cartoonish figures for, like, you know, proportions for the characters. It needed to, you know, get away from the fact that it's like a 7th gen game, right? Or is it 8th gen? I always forget the generation.
7th,
360.
Yeah. 7th.
Yeah. They seem to be like, you know, we could push graphics in such and such a way, but let's not. Let's just like go for like simplified, like, you know, streamline reduce the poly count for the benefit of like striking some sort of visual identity. You know, it's the fact that they're trying too hard to make human-looking humans.
It's not super fair to the development team. It's just, again, with Jacob going on to do Uncharted, and remembering that came out on a PlayStation 3, the same system that ran a version of this game, and the visual quality, the things that game does. You have to remind yourself sometimes, like, no, these systems could do a lot more than this. Some of that is also an Unreal 3 thing. Unreal 3 was really bad at making realistic-looking humans. They always look kind of weird.
You know, also beyond the also beyond like the bad-looking like character models, you know, it is also like the environment, which I imagine Charkie was more. You were probably more thinking about like this, how like bland this environment is, right?
It's honestly the whole package, because I'm even thinking about that in terms of gameplay too, like your moment-to-moment stuff.
Yeah, no, top to bottom.
Yeah, it doesn't feel like each part like complements each other as much as other games that do this kind of gameplay.
I think the environmental stuff is the best part of it. It's not good, but like at least like this area like the color palette has changed, the tone has changed of the color.
Yeah.
So that they are making an effort to make like different areas stand apart from each other, to have some sort of unique identities. Like the things that you grab onto change every level.
Yeah, like it's not for lack of trying. Absolutely.
It's just that what they ultimately landed on is not particularly distinct in a way that flatters it. And I think, like, when you make the decision to ditch realism, when you make the decision like, okay, we ain't gonna try for like, real looking human beings here, at that point then you can start to like be more imaginative with your worlds, be more imaginative with your gameplay. You can just start to embrace like embrace the unreal, pardon the pun. You can embrace like the inherent silliness of it, or whatever style it is that you lean into. I'm trying to think, like, in the back of my head, like, like, we're doing alt history, we're doing steampunk. I don't know what the steampunk aesthetic is beyond just like a lot of gears and moving parts, which none of these environments really have. There's really not a lot of machinery in these, and it's mostly relegated to the weapons and vehicles. So that's been, like, a disappointment as far as that's concerned. Would be a disappointment to someone who's a fan of steampunk.
You've had, granted, it could be more, but you've had, like, flying dirigibles, and you've had the giant fuck-off artillery cannons.
Yeah,
robots.
it's definitely few and far between. It was very concentrated in the opening level and sometimes in cutscenes, but with the actual moment-to-moment gameplay, you don't see much of it. And
like,
sure,
right
the enemies...
now, you're in, like, an enclave.
Yeah.
That's kind of, like, hidden away from Prescott's machinations.
Yeah, and the Prescott soldiers are clearly meant to be steampunk, but honestly, it's so subtle that I don't really see what they're supposed to be outside of just, oh, they've got some sort of tech that is more advanced in this timeline. Oh, someone just popped in. Oh no, he teleported. Okay. Every so often in the corner of my eye, I just see random ragdolls and characters just warping around.
It's hard not to see it. Once you notice it once, it becomes sort of hard to ignore. Oh, great.
Oh, our favorite. Oh, you survived.
Fuck. All right.
Fuck
checkpoint
that.
at the start of the
That's
chapter.
fucked up.
No.
At least here, they learned somehow.
Hey, where's the high ground I'm supposed to have? That's what the tooltip says. It's like, find the high ground.
I was curious if that explosion was going to kill you.
I was curious too, but
I held my breath because I was worried it was just you're just going to blow up anyway.
Oh, when you press the sprint button, it automatically drops the heavy gun. They really don't want you taking it outside of.
That's very of the era though, like a Halo Gears of War. It's like, yeah, this is the heavy kind of mounted weapon you can steal, but you can't run. That's the downside.
I remember when I was younger, around this generation of games, that when they gave me one of those guns, I would carry it for as long as humanly possible.
Yes. Oh, yeah.
Even when there was just no enemies nearby, I would take like 5 extra minutes just trudging through, being like, this is going to be worth it next time I find somebody.
There's going to be enemies later.
I think I've done that in games in the last 5 years, even, when I've replayed games like that. It's just fun. It's fun to take overpowered weapons places you're not supposed to.
Ooh. What?
Edward says, sometimes they force you to drop it. Yeah, that's usually where my adventures would end. Because I'd hit a point and then, like, you just drop the gun and be like, oh, okay.
That bothers me, though. Like, I get it, but just... like, oh, let me have fun.
I don't think we've seen any of those fun co-op doors in a while.
No, we have
Ones
not.
with the 2 handles.
Yes, you are correct. Fuck's sake.
Oh, yep. Magic Mouse mentions, the new Wolfenstein games like to give you the temporary super guns.
I think I want to go this way. I think this is... You know what else, like bugs me? Is that occasionally I will look over here and it'll look like, theoretically, there's like multiple ways to get to the same end location. But I'm looking at this and I'm realizing, no, there's actually no way from this side of the map to here.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, for as much as, like, the free form movement or whatever, not to say that, it was ever free form. It's very obvious that it's all very deliberately scripted. That's all very intentional, that they had, like, one solution in mind. But, like, would it have been that hard to come up with multiple ways, multiple routes to get to the location?
They do it a tiny bit.
Oh, hello.
Hello,
Goodbye.
friend. There's a couple of times in combat arenas where they will give you a tiny bit of option, but definitely not enough. Again, I can see where someone had the idea and then just it didn't come to fruition. Whee!
Also, do you think we've seen every gun in the game?
I would not be surprised. Outside of just you get somewhere where it's like, oh, this is the Prescott place where all his fancy tech is, and you'll find some special gun there.
Oh, come the fuck on.
I swear that.
What? Out-fucking-rageous. Bull.
Sounds like a skill issue to me.
Don't test me right now.
All you had to do was go up and ask him to take bullets to the head.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, you say skill issue, but Cass managed to sneak up and shoot that guy in the back of the head 5 times without him noticing. That is true skill.
Yeah, I've played some Metal Gear Solid. I've learned the tricks of the trade.
I hope we can make it in time.
Hey,
time
checkpoint.
for what? Uh-oh.
For those drinks he wants, I guess.
Let that play out, I guess. Uh-oh.
Oh, he's down. What are we going to do? You know what?
Get back up.
Just
I'm
stay
gonna give
here,
this game...
do this, wait for him to save.
I'm going to give this game kudos. I was fully expecting that this vision mode was not going to work because you were crouched. And they proved me wrong. Because I've played far better games than this that will not let you do this. Like, oh, you're in your vision mode. It only works when you're standing
let me
up.
die, please.
Get back up,
No.
soldier.
He's getting there, though. He's taking a few of them out. I swear your friendly AI is worse than the enemies. The enemies at least know how to move while shooting.
It's like Legendary all over again, where they're not actually meant to kill. Where your AI, they don't actually do damage to enemies. But they are here.
That's because,
at least he does, yeah.
Yeah, unless that's because the game is super realistic and you should actually plant your feet when you shoot. So he is the smartest character of them all. Oh. Jojo asks if we're gonna get Mindjack powers. Well, that was in the mod, right?
It was in the UT 2K4 version of it, yes.
And it was in Stubbs the Zombie, which I was thinking about today, so we can only hope.
Cinematic parallels. It was in Mindjack, which was also a video game.
Yep.
And it was in Messiah, which is where the Roblox oof comes from. So if you really think about it,
right? Yeah.
Damnation is basically 1 degree away from Roblox.
What about PsyOps, the Mindgate Conspiracy?
Ooh, yeah.
On PlayStation Plus now.
It all ties together. I want Sagado to get up so he can distract this guy so I can...
Yep, get the guy up. Edward in chat does point out we haven't seen a sewer level yet, but I feel like you've jinxed us, and that's probably you've somehow rewritten reality, and it's going to come up now. You've manifested it. Okay, no, he can't do anything against this machine gun.
I'm just having fun, knowing that he's getting shot a million times.
I know, but
I'm in hell. That is what it is.
I feel empathy for the characters, Cass, so I'm not enjoying this at all.
What characters?
Sagado, his father has a mansion. They drink there. He's neutral. All my favorite characteristics. And personality.
Fuck.
I hope we're not too late.
Oh, great. Alright, I'll try to speed it up this time.
I do like the zombies just jumping down with glee.
I forgot how to toss grenades, by the way. It's tap to throw, hold to plant them. Which, in my opinion, is the opposite of how it should be done.
Yes. Yeah.
No,
Unless
that makes
you were
sense
like,
to me.
Okay, do you know what it is? If you were like planting them on walls, I would understand. I think because, you know, I get what it is. With tap, it feels like you're cooking a grenade. I guess you just can't cook grenades in this.
Yeah, you just can't cook them because they're all like, because you detonate them after the fact.
Yeah.
Holding is more deliberate, and that's what you'd want to do if you're placing the thing down. Tapping is get this out of my hands. Edward says they should be different buttons, which also is a
yes, that's also
option.
Yes, correct. Like, I'm thinking, like, you know, if you hold down a grenade and it shows you the arc, like, here's where you're going to toss it. Here's how far you're going to toss it, and also the cooking mechanics, right? I'm used to holding down a grenade button for more than, like, a second. So the fact that you can only tap it, I feel like is stripping me of agency.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm used to a lot of games where it's just like tap, throw, and that's it.
And yeah, if you couldn't do it as separate buttons, you make it a separate weapon. Solved. I guess with this weapon system, it would have like took up one of your weapon slots. But when have we ever, like, why would you ever plant mines in this? That does not feel like that fits this combat flow at all.
No, it really doesn't.
Like,
There's no instance where you're like baiting people into corners or like around walls or whatever, except for those big robots, who I don't think the mines would be super effective against, truth be told.
Imagine I was saying when grenades are a separate weapon slot, I've never used them. No, I don't. I like that.
Like, I never use grenades in Counter-Strike because of that reason, yeah.
I think for certain games it doesn't suit, but if it fits the general gunplay idea they're going for, I think it can be interesting.
When you're playing a multiplayer game, do you ever use smoke grenades?
You're supposed to in Counter-Strike. They are practical in Counter-Strike, but I never use them. I was always very bad about using grenades in that game because of the fact that you have to select them.
There aren't many games. It legit.
Do this like that scene in Ghost. Like, put your hands on his hands and guide him around the turret.
Yeah. Like, I might have done it for fun a couple of times, but the only game I can think of where smoke grenades are really useful in multiplayer might be like Rainbow Six Siege.
Oh, there's a Gato. We can totally let this guy live. Oh, no, there we go. I was going to let him live. I was going to let him get away with it.
You say the AI in this game is not smart, but that guy realized you were distracted. Let your guard down.
My God, you're right.
I remember when Counter-Strike 2 was like coming out, and they made that big ballyhoo about how cool their new volumetric smoke grenades were.
They are cool. It is neat for like what that game is. Like, smoke is a big component of Counter-Strike. Like, you are, you know, even back in 1.6, it like had like a lot of play, and like you would have settings like, you know, in the advanced settings for like advanced smoker or basic smoke. Even back then, low quality smoke they would call it, and that like made like a serious difference to your visibility in like certain encounters. So,
ooh, bridge. This might seem like a dumb question, but it just for smoke grenades in general, are you ideally supposed to use them to where you are to cover yourself, or to blind enemies by throwing smoke grenades near them?
It is meant to mask you. It is meant to be, I'm going to toss the smoke grenade, and we're going to run through it, because they can shoot into it, but, you know, are they going to hit us? That's entirely up to them.
I would always use it in Counter-Strike, which is, I'm going to throw it over there to make someone think that's where I'm going.
Yes, you can also use them as decoys, which is why they just have decoy grenades now in Counter-Strike 2, or in Counter-Strike Global Offensive, which are ones that just make, like, noise, so they ping on the mini-map.
I don't know why, but when I was younger, my logic was, Oh yeah, it fills the room with smoke and the enemies like cough and they can't see.
No, that's what incendiary grenades are for now.
Yeah, I don't know why I thought that. Joe says, isn't it you throw in a room to clear? No, that'd be a flashbang.
Yeah, flashbangs or concussions are to make it so enemies have a harder time getting a beat on you. Smoke grenade is that is meant to mask your approach.
Rat and sewer. Disgusting.
These fuck's sake, Edward, you jinxed it. It's a real video game now.
Unfortunately, honor prevents me from abandoning a comrade in arms.
Oh.
Oh. Oh.
What the fuck is this?
Oh shit! New enemy though.
He's not going to acknowledge what that enemy type is? There's exploding
Those are
barrels
always there.
everywhere here.
Unfortunately, his honor doesn't permit him to do that either.
Oh, those have always been in Tierra Verde. Imagine the house is the desert sewer.
Yeah. Like, it's not always the case, but in a lot of games, sewer level means they've run out of ideas. Like,
he's run out of pathfinding.
Yeah.
I think one of my favorite tropes is the sewer level as a level 2.
Yeah.
Let's get it out of the way. Yep.
And then to the Matrix fan, just like me. I actually updated that. I took that off the bad but good tier on my tier list because the Bad Game Hall of Fame has really opened my eyes to what a bad game actually is.
So where does it sit now?
I put it in good, but that sewer level does suck.
That's what was making the noise. It's a bit of giblet that was stuck inside the geometry. I always like to track that stuff down. Loading.
I think that guy's death growl lasted many seconds after his explosion.
It's an echo in the sewers, you see.
Yeah.
Oh, that was a short segment.
Yeah.
Also,
thankfully.
if there wasn't that save right there, I would have thought you just climbed out of the same place you came in from.
I guess this is where the shotgun really comes in handy. We're dealing with these wolf guys who are lunging at us. Oh,
These are just those guys from Half-Life 2.
Oh,
The ones
yeah, I
that
know the
scream.
ones. Yeah. I forget what they're called, yeah, the head crab variant. I guess, are these supposed to be like werewolves? I do want to get a good look at them, it's just not easy.
Did Serum do this to them?
You know, this kind of takes the threat out of them when I can just literally stand in place.
They almost figure it out sometimes, but then they...
Do you know what, then? I think this is adding more and more credence that this has nothing to do with Serum. No one's reacting to this. This is just normal. These are guys that are just around most of the time. I think they are kind of supposed to be like werewolf creatures.
I'm starting to debate if
they're not creatures.
No, they're just wearing pelts, and they've gone crazy from the serum. That's what they're going for.
They tricked us.
Did you see that in real time? Did you see the model switch over from the model to the generic jib set they use for every anime? Yep.
I still loved it, though.
I think I blinked on the wrong frame.
You can't jib them after they're already dead when they're in ragdoll mode, unfortunately. We're coming up on time, too, I should mention. I should notice. Midway through this act here.
Right, yeah.
You want to wait until, like, the next, like, cutscene?
You know, nah.
Or the next time... Or you want to wait until the next time you see save on the screen?
Nah. We're close enough. I don't mind replaying a little bit of this, right?
Okay, well, I mean, okay, I guess it was just, like, 2 minutes ago that you hit a save.
I guess just coming out the sewer, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm fine with that. I hope the audience at home is too, but well, I suppose we should give our continuing thoughts on this game, if you can bear with me a second. Whoop. Fade that out. The audio, and yeah, let's go with Johnny. What have you learned from this episode? What is your current position on this game?
I'm still enjoying the experience of this. We are definitely starting to see more hand-ups, though, like bigger negatives. The specific ones that come to mind is whatever they were trying to do with the sequence where you break the cannons and introducing robot enemies with essentially one-hit kill weapons. Like, every time they try and do something like a bit more ambitious, because obviously the destroying the cannons was like a real-time event of getting away from the thing crushing down on you, and the robots have the whole gimmick where they can bust through a bunch of the walls and they're the big new impending threat. Those have unfortunately fallen pretty flat on their face and made the game worse to play for it. But again, it's still this is a game I feel like if I was playing it, I probably would have kicked it off onto easy already, because the combat is more just getting in the way of seeing the goofiness, the kind of time capsule of the era, where you can see where the development falls short, the really rush writing, where it's like, well, we have to establish this stuff. How do we do that? We just have the characters say it out loud. Fuck it. That works. Oh, by the way, yeah, I'm your daughter. Oh, yeah, our mother died. Oh, yeah, the big villain killed our mother. It came up in one cutscene, basically. But I'm still curious to see where this goes. I don't think the game's redeeming itself in any way. It's probably gone down marks, honestly. But it's still, its badness is charming to me. Definitely not saying so bad it's good, but it is charming me.
That's our fate as Bad Game Hall of Famers, is that absolute schlock garbage will still find some way to resonate with us.
Yeah.
Sharky.
I think I'm going to echo what I said earlier as my main point for the night, which is kind of in spite of the game obviously trying to do a lot of things, and it is trying. There is effort in this in terms of incorporating like parkour into this like third-person shooter as like a major component, in terms of like environment design, of like trying to hit this aesthetic, of having a lot of environmental storytelling kind of stuff going on, and having varied locations, and to some extent varied modes of gameplay a little bit. In spite of all of that, the game still feels like it's kind of missing an identity. To me, at least. Like, as this has kind of gone on, especially as the night has gone on, it has kind of just been feeling more and more like, yeah, this is just a video game, isn't it? Like, you're doing the verbs, you're making the actions as it goes, but nothing's really like standing out, right? Like, you have a lot of games in the third-person shooter genre coming out in this generation, hell of a lot of them. And some of them do have like things that like really like kind of like stick out in your mind when you think about them, like Mind Jack, like obviously like a Gears of War, but this one is just. It's throwing a lot of stuff at the wall, and I don't think it's like particularly sticking. Like, I think once this playthrough's done, like, I'm not going to forget this game, but I'm not going to like, I don't think I'm going to distinctly remember much that makes me think like, oh yeah, this is Damnation. That was a Damnation thing. I think I'm still going to start confusing this with Dark Watch again. Maybe like in a couple weeks. I think
Those are your
thoughts
thoughts?
for now.
All right,
Yeah.
Very good. As for me, I'm still on the hook a little bit. Like, the thing I always talk about, and I do want to bring this up again, even though we brought it up earlier, but I want to expound on it, is getting on the developer's wavelength. I think this is like one of the most important things, one of the most underspoken about things in terms of like what makes good game design, is being able to put yourself in the eyes of or the shoes of the developer, and the ability of the developer to convey that vision, to convey that their perspective, to convey like, here's how we would navigate a level, and impart that onto the player. That's what like 90% of game design really comes down to, is just conveyance. And I bring up all the time John Romero's school of thought. He came up with the term iterative play design in designing levels for Doom, which is, of course, like, you know, the master class in how to guide a player through a level and, you know, show them where the secrets are without necessarily, like, drawing them on the wall. Just, like, this intuitive design that lends itself to you navigating seamlessly through a level and understanding exactly where you need to be at any moment in time, what direction you need to be facing, so on and so forth. This game I'm starting to pick up on it. I can see what the vision was for progressing through levels, for how the parkour is meant to, like, you know, lead from one object to another, how your eye lines are meant to, like, you know, notice this in the environment and whatnot. But even as I'm figuring that out, even as I'm starting to attune myself to that, none of it is particularly exciting. None of it is, like, particularly engaging. None of it is, like, it's all way too long. Everything is way too drawn out in this game. The levels are too big. The platforming, there's too much of it that you have to do to get from one end of the level to another. And because the pacing of the game is such that gunfights and platforming are not something you're doing simultaneously, you are doing the gunplay, clearing the enemies out so that you can get to the platforming, so you can get to the next combat encounter, or next platforming segment, or next vehicle segment. Everything feels so disconnected from each other. It feels like 2.5 games, 2.5 different games. The vehicle stuff I only count as like half a gameplay mode because it's like so nothing, because it's so insignificant.
Fair.
But, you know, it's the platformer and it's the shooter, and neither of them are executed on particularly well, and they just don't mesh. They just don't blend. I don't love BioShock Infinite, right? But there's a game where, like, the hook shot that you're using, the grappling, the moving around the environment is integral to the flow of combat, right? Where your movement tech and the things you're doing to, like, you know, progress through a level, and the things you're noticing in the environment, the hot spots that you can latch onto and grab onto and climb up and clamber and all that stuff, is part of the combat loop, is part of positioning, flanking people, etc. And in this game, there's just none of that. There's just absolutely none of that. The only way this works is if the platforming and parkour is married to the gunplay. The only way that this would work and make sense to me is if there was some amount of, like, okay, I'm going to command my squad mate to shoot from here, to take cover here, and distract them, suppress fire, keep the enemy engaged while I work my way around. And they did that in a scripted segment. They did that once in this game, and it was for the purposes of, like, those two ladies on the turrets. So it was heavily scripted. It was heavily, like, you know, choreographed and telegraphed to you. But, like, you need instances of that in actual gameplay. We had the turret guy in this last level, in the last, like, 20 minutes, right? Where I was hoping Zagato would, like, draw his fire. But no, he gets down so quickly that the second, like, I'm trying to get around and trying to get behind the enemy, I'm getting shot at. Anytime that I'm in the clear view, that person's locking onto me because my teammate's fucking worthless. So, like,
I have some hypotheticals to throw at you. Say the game was still focused around climbing up the buildings, but imagine, say, you could also use your gun in pretty much every climbing and jumping situation, right? So, like, if you're, for example, you know, like, ledge grabbing, there's a ledge above you, you can shoot from there, or you can shoot jumping and things like that, right? Would that also potentially solve the problem, because then you are marrying the two systems together?
No, because it needs to lend itself more to being on the move. I don't want to have to stand still while climbing onto something or holding onto something. I want to be, like, on the edge or the windowsill and then just standing in place and being a sitting duck. I want to have a system that is lending itself to fluid movement and moving while shooting, moving while jumping.
Okay.
Like, you know, the zip line is one thing that you can, like, pull out your gun while you're doing the zip line. But, you know, you're also, like, not getting any hits. I'm not landing a single solid shot while doing that. And there's only so many instances where you have the zip line. I think they need to automate more of the parkour. I think they need to have more stuff like prolonged animations or just like situations wherein things are moving and you are able to focus and do your shooting while that's playing out. I don't know necessarily how you would accomplish that. It would require an entire rebuilding of arenas and combat encounters in this game to be built around that concept, so it's not like an easy fix. But all I can say is that as it currently stands, it just feels like two different worlds that do not blend together. It just feels like two different systems of gameplay, two different games entirely in some moments in time that just don't marry together. And
I see what you mean.
It's really like coming to the forefront in this, the longer and deeper we get into the game.
Yeah, because the hypotheticals I suggest is a lot of how Uncharted ones, funny enough, once Jay got on it, Uncharted 2 and 3 fit combat encounters into the platforming. Like, legitimately, for example, in one of the levels, you jump onto like a road sign that you're cleaning on as cover while also using it to, you know, take pot shots at enemies. You can do jumping stuff. But I feel like the thing you're suggesting more is the kind of movement shooters that you get from like a Titanfall 2, where the shooting and movement are built into each other. You're not clambering up all the time. You're not.
Or even, funnily enough, like a Brink, like you mentioned earlier.
Brink would be a good, great example. Honestly, that kind of idea. Yeah. So that you can, again, it's funny to see that where this game climbed and clambered, other games ended up, even if not directly, ended up being able to execute on some of this game's proposed vertical combat and shooting and actually make it work.
Making the dream a reality. Speaking of dreams, I'm waking up from this one. I'm ready to wake up from this nightmare to say, folks, thank you for tuning into this episode 2 of our Damnation playthrough. Not sure if this is going to be a 3-parter or a 4-parter. I'm not sure. We're midway through Act 3, so we got through an act and a half tonight. I know there's 5 acts in the game, so we'll see how long this continues for. I'm glad we got to show off UT 2K4 Damnation a little bit, and I would also like to, between this today and next Thursday, next episode, maybe work on contriving some multiplayer between some of us. See if we can get that up and running using like OpenSpy or whatever. I'd like to show off, this game in full in some capacity, as much as we're able to, as much as is accessible. But we hope it's interesting still. We hope you are enjoying the playthrough still. We hope that our insights are of interest. We hope that you'll tune in next week, the next Thursday, July the 30th, for episode 3 of this playthrough. And between now and then, we have a Saturday show, July 25th, where we are going to do a theme night. We are going to play a selection of Blockbuster exclusive video games that were released exclusively as rentals at Blockbuster. And there are a few of them, and a few of them that are no good. So it'll be fascinating to show those off, to collect those into a singular theme night. You can join us Monday, July 27th for Casual Mondays, a show where we play not-so-bad games and shoot shit a little more casually. You can join us Tuesday, July 28th for Pending. We don't quite have it on the schedule just yet, what we don't have in mind what we're going to do on that day, but it's always something on the Bad Game Hall of Fame. And that's as far ahead into the future as we are able to look. I will say, hey, if you like what you saw here tonight, consider joining the Discord server, discord.gg/BGHOF, a community of connoisseurs. Talk good games, bad games, every game in between, things that aren't video games. Join our Bad Game Club. Johnny, what are folk playing this month over in the Bad Game Club?
Yes, we are playing Breakout for the PlayStation 1, but it's not your grandfather's Breakout. This is Breakout for the new millennium, reinvented by Supersonic Software. How much can you play with balls and paddles? Come find out. And if that's not your fancy, we have a new game every month covering various genres and platforms.
And yes, much for the community to commiserate over and playing bad games together, suffering like we do, even if only for a little bit, even if they opt into it. And hey, if you really like what you saw here tonight, you might consider financially supporting us. That would be pledging on Patreon, subscribing on Twitch, or becoming a member on YouTube. Any or all of the above will grant you access over on our Discord server to a Patreon Saints channel, wherein you can vote in polls that determine our playthroughs like Damnation, which was a patron-voted for game in an alt history poll. You can make suggestions to help steer the direction of the show. You can gain access to exclusive content, primarily by way of VODs at this current juncture, primarily by way of our Casual Mondays exclusive archive, over 180 hours of exclusive content by way of that program back catalog. We're working on more stuff, more financial incentive, and so on and so forth. And, there's also the warm, fuzzy feeling you get from supporting a show like ours that cannot be understated. And we do thank you. And the warm, fuzzy feeling we get knowing that we're supported, knowing that you're keeping us in bad games, knowing that you like us, or you like watching us suffer. Either or, we're involved. We're on your mind. We're living rent-free in there, and that's good enough for me. Or maybe you can't financially support us, and we completely understand if so. If you're still looking for a way to help the show out that is free, I might recommend going over to our YouTube channel. That's youtube.com/@BadGameHallOfFame, and finding our suggested viewing playlist. That is 20 handpicked episodes that we think make for some of the best onboarding onto this here show of ours. Fit to share with folk who might go for video game stream archives in the 3 to 4 hour range approximately. Or maybe someone who's a big fan of wearing wolf pelts. They can't leave the house without their wolf pelt on. Show them this episode. There's some enemies at the end. Tell them to stay tuned. Tell them that if you keep waiting, keep watching, it'll pay off. It'll pay off, trust me. Then they'll get through all the ad spots on YouTube, and we'll get paid. So that's a pretty good plan, if I do say so myself. We leave it to your discretion, dear viewers. And hey, let's see about a raid, why don't we? Let's see who's streaming at this current juncture, at this hour. Author Blues is playing Trio the Punch, Never Forget Me, which is an all-time arcade banger.
Oh, so hell yeah, it is.
I will send folk that away. A classic, a true bona fide classic, that one. Let them know the Bad Game Hall of Fame sent you, if you don't mind. That will do it for us here at the Bad Game Hall of Fame. I have been... Come back to me.
Okay. I've been steam-powered Charkie.
I have a cat kneading her claws into my arm, Johnny Baghead.
I have been... I got nothing.
Say your name.
I've been Cassidy, I guess. Shit, I feel... No, I gotta come up with something. We're sitting here until I come up with a pun relevant to the episode. That is the rule. With a bit of alliteration.
She's digging her claws into my arm. I'm trying not to scream.
I have been calling the cavalry Cassidy. There we go. We got there, folks. And we hope to see you again next time, later down the line. Until next time, bye-bye.
Good night, everybody.
Toodles.